only media that have been consistent speaking against the bad government and for the purpose for reformers. Niger what yo? No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. The only media that have been speaking. No more bad government. The voice of the voiceless. No more bad government. No more bad government. For the poor, no more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what be here? No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. In Nigeria, no more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. The only media, no the number one media in Nigeria, no more bad government. That have been speaking against government. No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what you? The voice of the voiceless. The voice of the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Niger what? Voice for the voiceless. Niger watch media. The only media that have been speaking against bad government. Being consistency since 1944. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Umuwame. Voice for the voiceless. Umuwame. Voice for the voiceless. 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 Niger watch you. We have been seeing all you guys have been doing, and we recommending to everyone in Nigeria, saying that you guys are the number one. Niger what you
Today, June 12th, is slated as Democracy Day. Most unfortunately, in our present state, our dear country, Nigeria, cannot be justifiably classified as a democratic country. The vital indicators of democracy are noticeably absent. Some do not even exist. Democracy is said to be a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Yet, none of these three measures exist in our democracy today. Rules, regulations, requirements to participate in election or be elected for are not followed. Consequently, people who are not qualified and ought to ab initio be disqualified are now holding public offices. As we mark June 12th, a day symbolizing the struggle for true democracy in Nigeria, it is deeply troubling that under the present administration, in a short span of 2 years, our nation has witnessed a broad erosion of democratic principles. There has been a corresponding decline in security and the quality of life for millions of Nigerians. We have traversed from rigged elections to collapsing social service, from soaring poverty to rising corruption, and from seemingly stable economy to palace economy. It is most troubling that that in 2 years in office, the present government has brought our nation to the point where our leaders now celebrate and endorse failure, lies, and propaganda. The government today, rather than show genuine accountability and measurable progress, focuses on manipulating the narratives, gaslighting the public, shifting blame, and weaponizing governance. Meanwhile, Nigerians live in a worsening and worrisome insecurity, widespread corruption, hunger, and general despondency. There are no clear benchmarks for measuring tangible development as we continue to witness the collapse of key indicators like education, healthcare, and poverty alleviation, which are the parameters for measuring national progress. Simple comparison of what has happened in the past 2 years now relies on propaganda and misinformation to mark misgovernance. Our country today can best be described as a nation declining fast in all its facets. The security of lives and property has worsened, and the rule of law is virtually non-existent. These are hard, verifiable facts. On May 29, 2023, when this government was sworn in to office, Nigeria gross domestic product, GDP, was $364 billion. As of today, it has declined to $188 billion, a decline of almost 50%. Nigerian per capita income was $1,640 as at May 2023. Today, it has dropped to about $835, a devastating decline of about 50%. Nigerians living in poverty have increased from 38.9% to 54%. Within this period, 129 million Nigerians now live below poverty line. The World Bank recent report stated that 75% of Nigerians in rural areas now live below poverty, and the situation is even more in urban areas. Our education sector has deteriorated significantly. Today we have 18.3 million children out of school, the highest in the world. The quality of education has deteriorated. Our children are now being taught science without science lab and computer without computers. They are now taking exams in darkness with candles. There's not even glitches in the exams. Health services have worsened drastically. The National Primary Health Care Development Agency declared that less than 20% of over 30,000 primary health care centers across the nation are functional. I've even recently visited some where there are delivery rooms without toilets.
Dear Peter Obi, I hope this video gets to you. I am one of your greatest fans, and I think everybody who have watched me will attest to that. And I noticed that one of the assets that you have is the ability to communicate your aspiration and intent for Nigeria. But I want to tell you something. I really, really want to tell you something. Henceforth, please, you want to talk to Nigerians, we want to see some sense of authority, some sense of forcefulness, F-O-R-C-E, forcefulness. Because people are beginning to think you are weak, or because of the way you talk, or This time you need to exhibit a sense of persona that radiates some sort of a bit of element of radicalism. Nigeria is not a place for all this diplomacy. No. The situation of Nigeria greatly needs radicalism. Let's begin to see a form of forcefulness in the way you talk. Please, I don't know people who are managing you, but if I am among the team of people that are managing, I will tell you, from now, start punching fists, start being serious. See all those things that you're doing. Soludo is my professor. I'm a trader. It won't work. It won't work now. You have to speak radically. You have Aluta. You have to speak in an Aluta format. That's what I'm saying. Please begin to exhibit an Aluta mentality when you are speaking. There is sense. Some of us intellectuals, we connect with what you are saying, but the larger majority of Nigerians are illiterates. The larger majority of Nigerians will not connect to the intellectual depth of what you are saying. And they constitute the greater number of votes that will come. So I tell you, please, whoever is watching this video and is in the inner caucus surrounding Peter Obi, tell him. If you are talking now, whether it's in a book launch, whether it is in a whatever, let us see that authority, that Aluta. Punch your fist, keep a serious face, don't smile. Let us see that the deplorable state of Nigeria is expressed in your face. Now, this advice may seem as non-intelligent, but trust me when I tell you that the level of my IQ and my observation is top-notch. Please, Peter Obi, change your oratory style. My name is Magnus Oraka. Please follow this page and share this post now.
The failed effort to create a one-party state placed progressive political party forces on a trajectory to form the APC. It put me on the trajectory which has brought me before you today. I dare not such a favor to any political adversary by repeating the same mistake of political overreach. A one-party state is not in the oven, nor shall it ever be. That said, we would be guilty of political malpractice if we close our door on those from other parties who now seek to join the APC. For me, I would not say try your best to put your house in order. I will not help you to do so either. It is indeed a pleasure to witness you in such a disarray.
On your Monday we shall stand. On your Monday we shall stand.
On assuming office, my team and I moved to reform our ailing economy. We introduced fundamental reforms to correct structural imbalances that prevented maximum growth. We are already seeing results. The GDP grew by 3.4% in 2024, with Q4 hitting 4.6%, the highest quarter of growth in over a decade. Inflation is easing gradually, steadying the price of food staples like rice and beans. Our net foreign reserve have increased fivefold, and the Naira exchange rate has stabilized.
You see, 2027 still far away. Everybody though the campaign already start. I never seen this kind of thing before. To be honest, I never seen him before.
Because we have persons in power today who at some point were freedom fighters and standing for democracy. But if you want to know the actual state of where they stand in terms of implementing what Hope 93 should mean and what June 12 should signify, let us throw a challenge to the current president of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and the Senate president to come out clearly in Nigeria today and make a broadcast that I, President Tinubu, believes in free, fair, credible, and peaceful elections, and that come 2027, I am working to reform INEC to ensure that the will of the people will prevail. Because the significance of June 12, 1993, as my colleague or my co-guest has rightly said, was that the people rejected the military and decided to take destiny in our own hands, meaning power is supposed to be vested in the people, and then we begin to have checks and balances. But today, as we see in Nigeria, we almost have a situation where the legislative arm of government seems like a subordinate to the executive arm of government. There is absolute distrust in the judicial arm of government. For 2 consecutive years, when the president goes to submit his budget, the National Assembly welcomes him with his political mantra, on their mandate they shall fall or sit. So we have a situation where the principles of checks and balances that should exist in a democracy are completely eroded. Fighting the corruption that should be the bane of the day have been pushed to the side, and in the words of one former national chairman, when you come to our party, your sins are forgiven. There is almost no opposition party as it is today in Nigeria, and it's almost impossible to register a new one. So every politician and everybody wants to defect to the ruling party. In fact, the current Senate president was quoted to have said that as at 2027, there may be no opposition in his own state. So you now ask yourself the question, what exactly was Hope 93? What are the templates to implementing and getting a democracy that is viable? Is it a democracy without opposition? What is the opposition in the home state of the president in Lagos State, where he was a former governor and has been de facto leader for more than 20 years and counting? So when you look at the entire fiasco and scenario, you will see that there is a great level of mischief amongst political class in Nigeria, where we want to celebrate a day but fail to hold ourselves to the dictates and the principles of that day. Imagine someone who is a core Muslim telling you that I do not believe in the 5 pillars of Islam, I do not believe in the prophet, the holy prophet Muhammad, or a Christian telling you I do not believe in Jesus Christ. If you must believe in a democracy, democracy is built on free, fair, and credible elections, because power must come from the people. So anybody who is talking talking about democracy and is not committing to free and fair elections where power comes from the people, where the people can hold you accountable and say, if we are dissatisfied, we can vote you out. If you are not committed to such a system of electoral reform and stopping irregularities, then we are just trying to put the cart before the horse and we are just deceiving ourselves. So Hope 93 and 2023 today or 2025, what exactly has been the implementation of those aspects vis-a-vis achieving a democracy that is truly powered by the people?
Glorious day in the history of Nigeria. I think we have since June 12th election and since August 3rd that MKO Abiola has left Nigeria for foreign campaign support for democracy. We have a very big cloud and darkness enveloping Nigeria. Socio-economic environment has been uncertain. Now that it's back, there's some light and ray of hope beaming to the country. The reflection of the people, the turnout, the joy, the excitement all over the faces of the people is a demonstration that the person they love, the struggle, their commitment to democracy is indefeasible, is not negotiable. And therefore, Abiola has to have come home also has dispelled that negative campaign being orchestrated by the government, as if MKO Abiola has abandoned his supporters and also had given up on the mandate freely given to him June 12th election. We are prepared and duly committed. As the highest symbol of democracy within the democratic system in the country today, we are prepared, committed, indefeasibly committed to the cause of justice, fair play, and equal.
The democracy that we have today, we thank God for you, for me, and for others. Today is very, very important. I share the pride, the honor, and your sorrows with you.
If you must know, the rigging process for the 2027 election has already begun. The strategy to rig 2027 is already in place, and I'll tell you exactly what is happening. Please pay attention. You know, when you see a bully is one who prides himself on meeting torture on suspected weaklings. A bully cannot thrive without his support, without his sycophants. Now, here is what is happening. First and foremost, the greatest way that you can manipulate a people is to take the hope away from them. Once you lose hope, once the oppressor succeeds in taking hope from you, then you are under his captivity. It is only hope an oppressor is scared of. That bully I just made example of will be scared when he begins to see the person he is bullying begins to have audacity. Now, here is what hope does. Hope gives you courage. Hope stirs up something in you. And believe you me, when you begin to have one hope, two hopes, three hopes, 5, 10, thousands, millions of hopes put together, your oppressor will be afraid. They have weaponized poverty so that when election comes, they can always buy you with as little as 500, 1,000 naira, 2,000 naira. They have decided not to educate you because they can sell you propaganda and you will swallow them. They can sell you lies and you will swallow them. So, when they say that election this time, they said they will not register new political parties, that is a strategy for rigging. Because they know that if an alliance is formed, properly formed, obviously they will need to register in a new party. Now, they can't go to PDP because Wike is there doing a yeoman's job of making sure that he destroys the party. They can't go to Labour Party because Tinubu and his Arabambi and the other native doctor. They are there messing up things. But let me tell you something that you should try, that I know they will not mess up. If you know you have good conscience, if you know you are a good person, which is very few, the number of good people in the country now is very, very few, you must not let them kill your hope. You must not let them kill that hope. You must not begin to say words like, I bet Nigeria is gone, nothing can be done about it. Those that are saying you should split Nigeria, you can. Who will split it? The same people who have already cut Nigeria, they can't split it. So if you begin to exert disillusionment, saying that there's no hope for this country, then they've won. They've won. So we have to build that hope. Watch and let them know that any attempt to rig will be met with dangerous consequences, will be met with a dangerous revolution, will be met with not protest, dangerous revolution that each of these politicians, they will be caught and they will be beaten. If you let them know that they put their life in danger by playing with the lives of 200, how many of them? They are not up to 1,000. Controlling the lives of millions of us. Now for you who have been indoctrinated, who have been brainwashed by religion and ethnicity, we go join una bituna too. We go join all of una bituna too. We go join, because it is you people that have made those religious fanatics and these tribalists. It is a lot of you that has made this suffering to last this long. If not, assuming you add your voice to bad governance, this thing will not happen. But you feign not to see bad governance because the person there is your tribesman. Imagine Tinubu was an Igbo man causing this. I know those of you saying Tinubu till 20 something. I know what you would have said. I know what you would have said. But hey, when it's a Yoruba man in power, no protests, no occupied places. When the Yoruba man is failing in governance, no protest, no occupying of places. When the Fulani man is in power and failing in governance, no occupying, no protest. This country can't move this way. This country cannot run this way at all. And I tell you that the only reason why the country, those perpetuating this bad governance, is because one good man never noticed another good man day. One hope has not joined with another hope and joined with another hope, joined with another hope, and it became millions of hope. Once they have millions of hope, courage begins to build. And when courage begins to build, that revolution that we have sold, what happened in Lekki is a child's play. But that revolution that is coming, because hunger has no language, that revolution that you saw, that has been elusive, will definitely come. So you must let them know that they had better do the right thing, or there will be serious gbege in this country. Let them know that you are not afraid. Let them know. I like this other lady, what's her name? That lady that said she will go to the polling unit, one hand with your voter's card, another hand with protection. So you should go to that polling unit with your voter's card, and anybody who is going to intimidate you, come out your protection, wear condom. You know what I mean? Yeah. So the bully, a bully, you see one bully with just 2 supporters going around bullying everybody in school. But hey, how many are they? Just 3, and the whole school of how many thousand? Look, go there with no smile. Let them know that look, violence is not a monopoly of the oppressor. Violence is not a monopoly of the cheater. Violence is not the monopoly of a rigger. Violence can also be gotten when people desire a good thing. My name is Magnus Soraka. Please follow this page and share this post now.
President Bola Tinubu promised a renewed hope agenda for Nigeria. But 2 years into his administration, the hope is being tested by harsh economic realities. From the removal of fuel subsidies to the floating of the naira, the impact has been deeply felt across the economy, leading to a high inflation and cost of living. Despite the hardship, the government says some macroeconomic indicators show early signs of stabilization.
Under the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I think all agree that in 2024, the economy has made significant progress. And let me say that at the base of it all has been a recovery and an improvement in the security situation in Nigeria. That lays the basis for all else.
For many Nigerians, there is a widening gap between economic policies of the Tinubu administration and the realities faced by the populace as persistent inflation continues to constrain household consumption and limit disposable income.
There is no flow. The cash is not flowing. The economy is slow. The reform, we are not seeing the impact of the reform. The reform does not have any much impact. So he should think, maybe rearrange the remaining 2 years and see. If not so, we will not vote him again.
It just be as if they dig us for inside hole every blessed day. You no get any day where you go come market, where you go sell better market. And as a family woman where you be, or a family man where you be, the little way you don't sell, carry go house. Children must shop. Children must transport, go school. All those things, before you know what that happen, even the small money where you gather, you don't put for inside your shop, you don't they go down because markets no day. People are crying, people are suffering everywhere.
But now inflation is coming down gradually. Before, a bag of rice was around 90,000, but now I just heard it's around 70,000 naira. So at least that is supposed to also impact on demands and supply.
Okay, nothing like inflation where they come down. To make I tell you now, normal something where they happen be that. By this time rice they come down because people where they go farm, they go farm. Very soon now, in the next 2 months, come back now, rice don't go back to 100,000 naira. Now because I say farmers they go farm now, at least some people will get the courage to enter farm where this where you call them herdsmen no go destroy their things. They plant, they see things they bring out now, they see small. So nothing like inflation where they come, nothing don't call that.
The impact of these reforms is also felt across other sectors of the economy, including the transport and the electricity sector. While the cost of transportation has doubled, electricity tariffs have surged due to a subsidy cut. Even small businesses are struggling with higher input costs and shrinking consumer demand.
Things are not going well. As you can see now, the market is very dry. You understand? People are not entering the market because of the cost of things, the way things cost inside market.
Going from Maitama to Lugbe, you spend at least you spend at least 700. Before, from here to Lugbe, at least 300 naira, 400 will take you to Lugbe. Then coming, it's more expensive coming because you have to drop in Secretariat, then you continue to Maitama. You spend close to 1-2.
It has not been easy. And you check some motorists now, in order to meet up with the demand, they try to carry 2 passengers in front, just to augment.
A major focus of the Tinubu administration has been the MSME sector, which is critical for job creation and poverty reduction. The government over time unveiled a 125 billion naira plan to empower nano and small businesses through grants and low-interest loans, and another 75 billion naira for the manufacturing sector, an initiative that aims to increase access to capital and boost industrial growth. Despite this effort, challenges remain. Officials say the long-term impact outweighs the short-term measure.
What we are looking at is growing our way out of the deficit, growing our way out of relatively elevated debt levels. Of course, on inflation, we all acknowledge that there's a way to go, but the signal and the direction of travel is that inflation is expected to fall.
The economy under President Tinubu seems to have witnessed some level of progress. According to NBS figures, the nation's real GDP expanded by 3.84% year-on-year in the fourth quarter of 2024 from the 3.46% growth recorded in both fourth quarter of 2023 and the third quarter of 2024. While the exchange rate has improved, falling from about 2,000 naira in 2023 to a benchmark of around 1,600 naira in May 2025, the monetary policy now hovers around 27.5%. The World Bank, while acknowledging Nigeria's progress in its recent report, however, cautions that high prices and poverty remain a critical concern.
The fiscal position is much improved on the back of a surge in Federation revenues. Now, needless to say, the war is not won. Many challenges remain. Inflation has remained high and sticky, and it will be crucial for the CBN to stay the course with tight monetary policy to anchor stability. But if it does so, as we anticipate it will, we expect that inflation will fall to an annual average of just over 22%.
Although the Nigerian economy may be showing some signs of resilience and recovery, inflation, however, remains a clog in the wheel of progress. Excitedly, Nigeria's Consumer Price Index headline inflation declined to 23.71% in April 2025, down significantly from its peak of 34.8% in December 2024, following the rebasing policy. Despite this significant decline, the cost of goods and services remain elevated, even 5 months after the rebasing.
Few commodities that are still, same, but rice particularly has dropped from about 90,000 to 69,000.
Are you eating only rice? Do you think rice alone will count? What happened to the oil? What happened to the beef? What happened to fish? The protein? We need this protein more than the rice.
The fuel issue of it really affect us, affect our business. Passengers don't used to follow us. Even at the end of the day, the little words that you will carry, you still end up spending everything on fuel.
So it's very costly in the market, especially somebody like me. So you doesn't have to buy the one way you support to buy in the market because it's day one kind.
The central bank is resolute and committed to continuing to fight the war against inflation. There's no going back on that. And as I have said at previous fora, we are going to deploy everything in our arsenal.
With GDP on the rise, inflation cooling, and the Naira gaining traction, financial experts say Nigeria's economic outlook remains cautiously optimistic.
Central Bank increased the MPR rate by 8.75%. From 18.75% to about 27.5% last year. So all this, one would say that central bank is playing its role, but it's contending with other factors. Most of it structural deficiency in the economy, as well as part of the fallout, or we call spillover from fiscal authorities' actions.
While inflation is gradually slowing following the rebasing of the Consumer Price Index, however, there seems to be a disconnect with the NBS figures and the actual market price. Perhaps the big dilemma before President Tinubu as he enters his third year is how he intends to balance the immediate impact of his economic reforms and the long-term benefit. But for now, most Nigerians are holding on to not just the hope of a better tomorrow, but the promise of a daily bread. From the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, Frank Omalape. All right.
Emphatically, that Peter Obi betrayed me.
All right, guys. This one there, it shocked me. And Kenneth Okonkwo versus Peter Obi. Now be this one. Kenneth Okonkwo don't come out and say Peter Obi is a betrayer. Say Peter Obi betrayer. And I know say for a while now, Kenneth Okonkwo, they distance himself from Peter Obi, and Peter Obi himself, they distance himself from Kenneth. Although Peter Obi was asked just a couple of days ago here about Kenneth and all that by Rufai, and Peter Obi said, Kenneth is my younger brother, and he jumped that, But this time now, Kenneth Okonkwo don't come open the whole bucket, make we know what they happen between him and Peter Obi, that Peter Obi is a betrayer. I was like, wow, how can Peter Obi be a betrayer? What did happen? Let's say there are more to what is currently going on that you and I don't know. The way Kenneth talk, he shook mouth, touch one or two persons, where he could still shock you for this video. Let's watch this together, guys.
I can say it emphatically that Peter Obi betrayed me. You know, when we started 2023, it was an organic movement. Every Nigerian wanted a change. Every Nigerian was dissatisfied with the way things were going. And everybody wanted a change. And so we and Nigerians felt that there is a new thing that is appearing in the horizon. And because I'm a man looking for the security and welfare of Nigerians, not any politician or any political party, I was sold to it. Nobody drafted me into following the movement. I followed the movement myself. And so when I was chosen to be a spokesperson, I honored it. And then we continued. And everybody knew what I did and my contribution. Because one thing about being a spokesperson is that you are out there. So whatever you're doing is in the public. So whatever you're contributing when you're a spokesperson is out there in the public. And we did. And we achieved what we believed we achieved. And we believe that we won the election. Then after that, what happened? We believe that we were denied. We went to court, up to Supreme Court, and we believe that we did not get justice. Now, our leaders say, calm down. And that was how that chapter ended. What then happened after that? If you did what you did in 2023, if you are a brilliant politician, what you should do is to start preparing, start consolidating for 2027. And the first platform you start with is your party. In Nigeria, there's no room for independent candidacy. So you must have a party, a political party as your platform. And when we moved into Labour Party, nobody was interested in the structure of the Labour Party because we moved in for the election. So nobody even wanted to ruffle any structure of Labour Party. That was why when people wanted to assault Labour Party, I took it that they wanted to assault our electoral chances, and I fought fiercely against that. When you hear all those other factions fighting Labour Party then, and we always succeeded. Then after that, there now came a convention where we needed now to start showing the world whether we are serious in building a virile democratic party or not. Whatever you told the world before 2023 will not matter in 2027 because there will be no new thing you will tell them. It is what you do from 2023 to 2027 that they will judge you with. And I raised the advice that we said we are fighting against the structure of criminality. We said we are better off even if we lose doing the right thing than winning doing the wrong thing. That this is the litmus test. And then when we entered into the convention, I, as the spokesperson, was not even informed about the convention. I saw it leaked when the letter was leaked in the social media. But because I was not interested in being an executive of Labour Party or being interested in any elective post, I was like, I wanted to keep quiet until Peter Obi himself came out publicly to say the people that are doing this convention did not consult people. This convention should not go on. This convention should not go on. And then the convention went on after warning them. And then, knowing the consequence that a leader has said something and the people did not follow the leader, the next thing is that the leader ought to embark on doing something to ensure that his order was obeyed. I called Peter Obi privately. You made this public statement. Do you mean it? Or was it a political statement? Because I have no dog in this fight. And then he said, he meant it. Can't I see that he did not even attend the convention? And I'm like, what a cheek. What gave these people the power to continue when our leader has spoken? And that was when I came out to say that convention is illegal and is null and void, and presented my facts by law, because in fairness, it was an illegal convention. That was how I said, no, it can't stand. Then you, the Peter Obi that said that, after a little while, they went and lied to Peter Obi that INEC has accepted them. That was a lie they told him. And then Peter Obi surreptitiously went back to them. And I'm like, sir, you have made a public statement on integrity. Even if INEC has accepted these people, that is not a criterion for you to go back and start dealing with them. Because these people have shown that they are not democratic. If you go back to them, they will destroy your political career. And everything you have said about integrity and everything will die. That these people are now agents in the hand of the government to destabilize you. That you should not try it. And that since you have made a public statement and we have started acting on it, if we go back, it's going to affect our integrity. Me, I don't go back. Because not only that you said it, it is true that what they did was absolutely illegal and unconstitutional. If you go back to them, I will not go back to you. I will not go back with you. And you know what? I called all the people that were in the inner circle and told them the same. Look at what our guy is trying to do. He wants to go back with the Abure people. If he does it, he's not going to go back with me, because I do not swallow back my words. And after saying all those things, within like 72 hours, he went back to Abure's office to publicly endorse them. And when he was there talking to them, one of the leaders in that executive sent me the video to mock me that the person I'm fighting for against them has come to their office to endorse them. What am I waiting for? That was the first time I made a public statement that I disassociate myself from anything Abure and his executive. And that was the last time I sat down with Peter Obi to talk. And then we continued. Because I told Peter Obi, if because they lied to you, or even they told you that INEC, because then he didn't know they lied to him, but I know, being a lawyer, I said, assuming without considering that INEC has even recognized them, INEC recognized Tinubu. So why not let us go back with him? So I told him, because one philosopher, Alan Kasdan, he said, never compromise your principles, even if it will lead to difficulty in the short term. Never compromise your principles, even if it will lead to problems, to difficulties in the short term. That's my policy. So If INEC recognize them and you know they did the wrong thing and you want to go with them, then you are a politician of convenience, not a politician of conviction. And I told him, you are going into a problem. And so we continued. I disassociated myself and continued on that platform. It dawned on him because when he went to endorse them, he saw the backlash. Then he said, no, he's looking for reconciliation. I said, fine. That is still a very good escape route for him. If he can, maintain it and distance himself from them. It was when INEC now publicly disassociated itself from Julius Aburi. That was when Obi now came out and became neutral. And I'm like, sir, you cannot be neutral on this issue. Something has to be done. And then, even when INEC dissociated themselves, Labour Party did not have leadership and confusion was breeding everywhere. I said, sir, you cannot be neutral. You have to say something. NLC had a meeting and all of us came there. And he said he prefers to sit on the fence. And I'm like, hold on. In front of everybody, I said, sir, this is not something you can sit on the fence. A leader must take a decision. And he insisted he prefers to sit on the fence. And I said, okay. When he left, all the people there, we are so annoyed. I still begged them. I said, please. Because I know that his political career is on the line. I still begged them. I said, please, let's write a letter to him and still give him time to take decision. Because everybody wanted to implement whatever is his wish. Because people were fighting for him. We wrote a letter to him and still gave him some time. He still did not reply at all. That was when we came up with the caretaker committee idea. It was my brainchild. I went into the constitution and I told them, the NWC having been rejected, this is the only choice we have legally. And that was how it was carried. And Alex Oti, the governor Alex Oti, took it upon himself because he's a more decisive person. And then organized the woman here trip where they, chose and Obi came and announced the caretaker chairman. After that day, Julius Abure people went to court. Obi even told them that if they go to court and win, he will support them. After he's announcing the caretaker committee. And they went to court and won. And Obi abandoned the caretaker committee and started working with them. I was still maintaining my stand. I still told the whole world. I said the High Court decision is not according to the law. Because I'm a minister in the Temple of Justice. And our first rule in professional conduct is that we are trained to uphold the rule of law. Abure went to Court of Appeal, as in the caretaker committee went on Court of Appeal. And Abure won. By then, Obi had made up his mind that these people are the authentic one. And he was working with them. The gubernatorial election in Anambra State, it was Abure people that brought the candidate of Labour. Obi worked with them on that. And then, I made it clear, after the Court of Appeal decision, and I saw that Obi is still working with these people. Remember, they asked the legal advisor of Labour Party openly. And he said Obi is working with them. Within the time they went to court, I maintained my stand that the High Court and the Court of Appeal, they are in error because that did not accord to the law. Because the law is very clear. The Supreme Court has held that the court does not have any jurisdiction to interfere in the internal affairs of political party. And I say this is the position of the law. And the High Court and the Court of Appeal erred in law. And that even if they go to Supreme Court and Supreme Court holds that they are right, I am done with Labour Party, because I have seen what they are doing, and that's not what should be done. And my principle will not allow me, knowing that they are not doing the right thing, to follow them. So I resigned from the Labour Party because I said, whatever is the decision of the Supreme Court, whether it is for caretaker or for Aburedem, I do not think I want to work with this set of politicians that do not have principle. And throughout the time I worked with Obi, I never consulted, worked with any politician whatsoever. And I'm making a public statement. When I was in PDP, I never consulted and worked with any politician outside PDP. When I was in APC, the same thing. When I was in Labour Party, the same thing. So I resigned from Labour Party. And then, when the Supreme Court gave judgment, that was when Obi remembered again the caretaker committee. Caretaker committee was in abeyance. I was the one who even going to the press when they asked me anything, defending them. Even when I resigned from Labour Party. Because as you know, I'm a public affairs analyst. And I state the facts anytime as clear as possible. So when the Supreme Court gave judgment, it was in favor of the caretaker committee. That was when Obi came back. And when we had that meeting, he said, let us take the CTC to INEC. And they went to INEC. And then they took the CTC there. Yet INEC did not do anything. INEC was delaying. And since then, what has he done? So the issue here is that Obi, when he said that somebody betrayed him, it is not true. Obi is the one betraying himself. And let me tell you the gospel truth. Nobody is murdering Obi's political career. Obi is committing political suicide. And I mean it. Because I recall when we were campaigning, I went to the national office when I saw their mindset and pleaded with every member of the Labour Party that nobody should campaign or endorse any candidate who is not a member of the Labour Party. Till today, when I was Labour Party, I did not endorse any candidate from councillorship to the presidency. The same will be endorsed candidates of other political parties publicly. The gubernatorial candidate of another party was who Obi endorsed in Cross River State, rather than the Labour Party gubernatorial candidate publicly. When I'm saying anything I did with Obi, it is only the ones that had been public. Anything we discussed confidentially, I would never say, unless he brings it up. So everything I'm telling you is something that's already in the public. So at the end of the day, it was still Obi that endorsed the candidates of other political parties, apart from Labour Party. I recall when I took some Labour Party candidates to the national headquarters, begging that they should be endorsed. I knew the obstacles that I had to pass. So the issue here is when he's trying to make that insinuation. When I was telling him that these people, they were going to sell him out, that if he follows them, I will not follow him. He said I was behaving rascally. I was trying to make him I'm in a haste, that I'm suggesting, trying to make insinuations, because he likes to make insinuations. What is he saying today? The same will be saying the government is using these people against him. The same thing Kenneth Okonkwo told him how many months ago? For crying out loud, if you're a leader, you are in such a party, you have 2-3 options. The first one is, if you see that these people are criminals, the way you want to paint them now, you leave the party if you can't solve the problem as a leader, so that your followers will not be confused, and so that you don't get so close to the time of the next election that you would have nothing to do about it. Now, you did not leave. You remained with them. Why? Because you're in cahoot with them in everything they're doing. In all the primaries that the Aburedem organized, none was organized without Obi's approval, whether in Imo, whether in Edo, whether in Ondo, and now in Anambra. And that was why Obi campaigned for all the candidates that came out of it. So you're in cahoot with these people in private. In public, you want to paint another image. No, you're just being a politician of convenience, not a politician of conviction. So where does Kenneth Okonkwo come into this? When I couldn't take it anymore, I left. And before leaving, I had nothing to do with any politician. Nothing. So the issue here is that a Peter Obi, you're not a team player. You're not a great manager of political issues. And you're looking for your problem outside you. I told him that whatever happens to Labour Party has happened to his political career. Because anytime you're stepping out into a coalition, the destiny of your political future is no longer in your hands. Because you have to subordinate your own interest to the interest of the coalition. Labour Party is not viable now as a party to prosecute presidential campaign. So his political destiny lies now in the coalition, or he is not going to make any impact whatsoever in 2027. So when he insinuated that Kenneth Okonkwo betrayed him, sorry, Obi betrayed himself, because he is just committing political suicide.
Since you've made reference to the coalition, let's take it from there. What's your general assessment of the viability of the coalition being midwifed by opposition political parties, and are you part of it?
Yes, I am part of the coalition. And in all honesty, the opposition does not even have a choice, because the individual political parties are not viable. So it's not even as if they have a choice. If the coalition cannot succeed, let all of them unanimously go and endorse Tinubu. No, you don't waste the time of Nigerians. I'm not the kind of person that will come and not tell you the truth. I know what people suffered in 2023. They stayed in the rain, they stayed in the sun to vote for us. I will not subject Nigerians to such suffering if I am not sure that the opposition parties are serious. You want to deal with an incumbent, and you want to gallivant that you want to say you don't want to be united. And you want me to tell Nigerians to come and waste their time to fly home. Some people flew home from abroad. I know one young man that had a daughter. He had a problem with the wife, and the daughter was autistic. Yet he had to fly both of them home to vote for us. Then you're telling me you want to go alone, and you want me to come, and the opposition parties do not even have a choice. The only choice they have is to come together, consolidate their fortunes, and take out Tinubu. Nigerians will be willing to vote if they are sure that the oppositions are not in disarray, and if they are sure that their votes will count. If they are sure that when they vote, the politicians will be able to defend their votes, or at least galvanize them to defend their votes themselves. If they see that there is any politician who is not serious, who goes alone, they might ignore the politician. Because according to the law of thermodynamics, if you want to transfer energy from one matter to the other, some energy will unavoidably be lost. So even though we are in the coalition, eventually, I cannot guarantee you that everybody will end up being in the coalition. But if some people are leaving because of their personal selfishness, because of their personal considerations, Nigerians will be willing to ignore that person. But if it is because the opposition cannot on their own come together, then Nigerians will say, these people are not serious. If you cannot act in unity, how then will you even act in unity if we give you our votes? So the opposition do not even have a choice. They must have to coalesce. So I'm part of it because I'm part of the people that believe that this government has become an apology. You know, when people are arrogantly, disorderly, and unconscionably evil, that's what this government has become. I am telling you. How do you explain that hundreds of people are massacred in Benue under your nose? And the governor is shouting, crying, telling you what is happening. And yet, you do not move in immediately. When one person, an American, was held in Niger State in Nigeria, they deployed all their resources to rescue the person. In Nigeria, you're rather taking resources away from where the insurgents are operating to take them to another place. Zulum said the resources that are needed to fight Boko Haram is being taken away to Northwest. And that is why the insurgency is resurfacing. Why didn't you use that money that you want that you used to buy your private jet? Why didn't you use it to buy those resources you need for the Northwest, at least as a matter of priority, to prioritize the life and welfare of your citizens? You can still get a private jet when things are sorted out. Why would it be your first priority after you're removing fuel subsidy that people are paying 1,000 naira plus for what they were paying 100 naira plus, and you're telling me it was a wise thing you removed subsidy? No, it was a wicked thing. It was not a demonstration of wisdom. It was a demonstration of wickedness. Because people that were earning 30,000 and you increase this fuel first before increasing their salary, how would they survive? So it is not anything secret that we have more malnourished children in Nigeria now than in war-torn Sudan. It was as a result of the wicked policies of making transportation unaffordable. Farmers cannot go to farm because of insecurity. And then you are not prioritizing their security and welfare, but prioritizing the welfare of yourself, your family, and your cronies. You are giving a project of 15 trillion naira for your family business without competitive bid. Then you will renovate, because what Tinubu is doing now is refurbish and rename. They will refurbish existing structure and rename it after Tinubu. A structure built by IBB, the International Conference Center, with 240 million naira. You refurbished with 39 billion naira, and you named it after yourself. So also other infrastructure. That's not wisdom. That's wickedness. So I want you to understand that the coalition needs to come in now to salvage this country, because we are heading towards Armageddon. And this is a government that has the audacity to lie. If the inflation figure is going too high, they will rebase it and tell you it's no longer 34, it's 24 by rebasing. So the coalition is very important, and Nigerians are waiting for the coalition. Is it not amazing that when Governor Umeno went to APC, that 3 commissioners, as I heard, said they were not going with him? Even one commissioner had 2 portfolios, risking his livelihood. So you can imagine the level that Nigerians detest APC. However, it is not the badness of APC that will make them to go. It will be the goodness of the coalition. So the coalition has to come together in unity, dropping their individual preferences, like I have dropped mine, And whoever wins in a free and fair primary election, every other person should support that person. It's not a game of north or south. It's not a game of zoning. It's a game of survival. When you want to survive, you don't begin to look for any excuse, so that we can take out Tinubu first and have a transitional government that will establish democratic structures and build institutions that will make Nigeria to start growing and developing from
This
there.
matter, I no go fit talk put now. I will talk am properly tonight for our live broadcast, 7 p.m. Join us 7 p.m. every day.
All right, my people, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. It's good to be back here again. Wow, finally we are back on stream. As you all know, yesterday we couldn't do a proper broadcast, but that particular broadcast we did yesterday was a lot of people reached out to me saying that at least if we can do that once in a month, where we can take questions and answer, that it was a beautiful one. For me, I never planned for it. I just wanted to come out to let you guys know that I can't stream because the software was down. But since some of you are now requesting that we should do more of it by taking just questions, and one particular woman reached out to me saying, I don't normally have time for the people on the comment section. As I can see yesterday, that all my time were devoted for the people on the comment section. So if I can dedicate my time for the people on the comment section like that once in a month, that would be very, very nice. That's okay. I will hear from more others. Then we can come to a conclusion. Manarita, I can see you on the backstage. Thank you. Mother of all Mommy Diaspora, thank you very much, Mommy. Good evening to you. Thanks for all that you do. I appreciate you always. And happy weekend to you. Happy weekend to every one of you right there, man. Wonderful people. And God bless you now. Abu Azi, thank you very much. God bless you. Happy weekend to you. Ladies and gentlemen, help us to wish one of our own, Deborah, a happy birthday. Today is her birthday. Let's celebrate. Happy birthday to you, Deborah. God bless you. May God Almighty give you good health, long life, and all the good things of life in the mighty name of Lord Jesus Christ. I wish you all the best. As you know, I've always wished you all the best. So I pray henceforth, after this your birthday, all the good things of life will continue to visit you in Jesus' name. Amen. Guys, help us to appreciate and wish Debsy happy birthday. You know, she's just right there. In case you don't see her name is the one I just put on the screen right now. You can celebrate her. Let's celebrate ourselves. It's very, very important. I appreciate you all, Mr. Johnson Emmanuel. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Kiss Dogeria here, Arinze, Chukuma, many, many more. Kate Baby, I can see you in the building today. It's been a while. It's good to have you on the show. Sese, I can see you. Thank you very much. Nollywood Movie, thank you very much for joining us today. God bless you. Mike Akiambari, my brother, many others, Timmy Edibe, Peggy Modi, many, 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 many more. Guys, just press on the like button, help us to share. Let our voices go far. Press on the dollar sign if you can. Encourage what we do here. This one a very, very hot topic today because Kenneth Okonkwo once again out that Peter Obi betrayed him. Peter Obi betrayed himself. Peter Obi is flexing and romancing with the wrong people. All the decisions that Abure have made in the past, Peter Obi is always aware. Peter Obi come out publicly to pretentiously wear a different mask and all that, blah, blah, blah. My question first, because I don't want to give a submission. Because I want to hear from people today. But my question is, why now? Yes, why now? And then my other question is, what is Kenneth trying to gain from this? I'm not saying what he's saying is lies. Yes, and I'm not also saying Peter Obi is innocent. Because me, I'm not inside their circle. I don't know what they are doing internally. But the question is, why now? And what is the mission for this kind of submission from Barrister Ken Okonkwo? He's listening to us right now. Yes, he's right here with us listening today.
It's desperation.
Okay. Oh, you think it's desperation?
Yeah, very, 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 very huge desperation.
Who is desperate amongst them? Kenneth.
Kenneth Okonkwo wants to force Peter Obi, like to force him. This is it. That is his clear mission. That is
I don't
clear
believe that,
mission.
Mr. Jonathan.
It is.
I don't believe that.
Anyway,
In
maybe you can
entirety, I
support
don't
it.
believe that.
Okay, I like this debate.
Yeah,
you
can
know,
support it, but I think
one is saying A and the other one is saying no, I disagree.
yes,
I like this.
he
because that's
said
why-
he accused him. Let me
Hold
just
on.
say this, and then I will
No.
stop, and then I will make further comment when I'm
No.
when I'm making my submission.
But let me move on.
Yes. Mr. Kenneth Okonkwo talk about political suicide in that interview. Peter Obi committed that maybe it's still ongoing, committing political suicide. He himself,
Okay.
he has committed and is committing political murder.
Okay, Mr. Jonathan, hold your submission.
Yeah, no, I hold it. I hold on to it.
I will
just
come.
to
You and
stress this one.
Madarita, we have 15 minutes to talk today. I'm giving you both that. Any other person that comes in now will get 8 minutes. But I like this. Like, that's why I said, for me, this particular one, I'm not going to first start my submission because I don't want anybody to hide under my submission. So that's why I asked that question, why now? And what is the mission for this submission at this particular time? So that's all. So we will hear more of that shortly. You know, I appreciate every one of you right there. But before we will start talking, I'd like to quickly listen to just 5 minutes from Ojo concerning my principal, Mr. Peter Obi.
Strengthen by discussing President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's Democracy Day speech at the National Assembly. Well, on Thursday, the president, while addressing lawmakers, urged Nigeria's security agencies not to harass citizens for criticizing his government, reaffirming his commitment to protecting democratic rights, particularly the right to free speech. The president told Nigerians in his speech that they could call him names and he will still stand up for democracy to defend citizens' rights to do so. Let's take a look.
Do not be afraid to bear an unkind word spoken against you. Some of the best advice a politician gets sometimes comes from his most ferocious opponents, if they think well, though. We do not seek silence because the imposed silence of repressed voices may breed chaos and ill will. While malicious slander and libel should not go unattended, no one should bear the brunt of injustice for merely writing a bad report about me or call me names. Democracy requires a fair degree of tolerance for harsh words and stinging insults, particularly when they are pained because of their losses. Call me any name. I'm not here to make you happy politically, and I will still call upon democracy to defend your right to do so.
Well, all right, fantastic. I'd like to take a reaction, if you can pull up that reaction. And this person wrote, that's the spirit of true democracy, where we don't have to agree to coexist. Thank you, Mr. President, for acknowledging every Nigerian's right to speak. Even when opinions differ, we'll keep holding on to that freedom as we push for a better Nigeria. I think that's a very positive reaction and good for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to say that, you know, he defends the right to free speech. Well, in that whole address, Tinubu also paid tribute to the heroes of Nigeria's democracy, including MKO Abiola, and highlighted his administration's efforts in economic reform and national security. He urged lawmakers to support his pro-industry and pro-agriculture legislative agenda, stating that he wants to make agriculture sexy by introducing tractors. I mean, we saw that story, make agriculture sexy. I love that comment. I mean, it did trend all over social media. Meanwhile, a former Bayelsa State governor, Seriki Dixon, criticized President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on Thursday over the emergency rule in Rivers State and the continued suspension of Governor Sim Fubara In celebration of the 26th anniversary of democratic rule, Dixon said the president missed the chance to redeem his government and clear it of wrongdoing, adding that Tinubu cannot celebrate democracy while suppressing it in Rivers State. Let's take a look.
But you cannot be celebrating democracy. You cannot be flaunting yourself as a Democrat on the one hand, and on the other hand, be trampling democracy under your big presidential foot in Rivers State. The president missed a golden opportunity to raise and deepen democracy in Nigeria by restoring on today's Democracy Day democratic and normal civil constitutional rule in Rivers State. Of all the things the president said, the president was silent about Rivers State. And today is about democracy. It's not because of Fubara's nationality. It's not about Fubara's party, if he has any. And these days, you can't even be sure which party people belong to. But these are issues about respecting the democratic rights of the people of Rivers State under the Constitution. So I'm disappointed, firstly, that the president never said a word about the undemocratic developments in Rivers State, which he has enabled, which he has brought about, which he has sanctioned, and which he continues to sustain, and creating an impression as if all is well. No. As long as any part of Nigeria is under military rule, democracy is endangered in Nigeria as a whole.
Rufai, I think Dixon there is on point.
Very, very on point. In fact, more than on point. And we've always said this. President Tinubu claims he's a Democrat. But are some of the things he has done, are they democratic in nature? No. The state of emergency is one, and it's a dark spot. But on the flip side, you still saw Fubara going to visit him and say, Daddy, yo to him. Probably things were panning out, he might return soon. But the fact that that was done in the first place is a blight on this country. Because if I remember correctly, the same President Tinubu did make his voice heard when Olusegun Obasanjo did the same. In fact,
Okay, I'm going to stop that video there due to time. In case you want to watch that, you can go to Arise and watch. There's a lot that they actually talk about on this particular episode of Ojiokbe, but I like us to move on right now. I appreciate you all once again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. Just press on the like, help us to share. Before I come to Mandarita, Mr. Jonathan, and all that, let me start with Deborah. Deborah, it's good to have you on the show. Happy birthday to you once again. Do you have something to tell us quickly so that we can move on with the broadcast? Ajio, Deborah, are you there? Unmute yourself if you are there. Oh, we lost you, fortunately, because I don't want you to come in while my people are already talking about politics. So that's why. So you need to quickly come back in now so that we take it quickly. I appreciate all my people. I'll go on this. Let me quickly appreciate some of you right there. Black Panther, can see you. Ima, can see you. Arinze Chukuma, thank you. Pacha Nofema Desta, can see you. Jaja, thank you. God bless you all. Ebuka John Oga, Willie, thank you. God bless you all. Joe Best, Ikechukwu, I can see you as well. Thank you. God bless you all. Okay, Deborah, you are back again. Let's see if you can talk now, or your network is failing. Okay. Okay, talk to us. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Good evening to you. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Elvis. Thank you, Mommy Diaspora. Thank you, everybody. I'm here to appreciate every one of you because you guys have made like my day today to be something else. I never believed that I would be alive today to even be like healthy like this. So you guys all did it. By the grace of God, I don't know how I can even keep my camera so that you guys will see me very well. I'm standing right now, like I can stand, I can
Wow.
work, I can dance, I can do a lot of things. All thanks to you all for your support, for your love, your care, your
Wow.
prayers. I really appreciate you all. Last year by this time I was just lying helpless. But today, by the grace of God, I'm among the living and I'm healthy. I really
Thank
want
God.
to say thank you so much. I don't even know how to say the thank you. And I wish my dad is here so that he will say something too. But my dad, unfortunately, is not here because I'm still in Abuja. I've not gone back home yet. So
All
that's
right.
just the little I can say.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you. Ajo Deborah, we appreciate you. For those of you that doesn't know who is Ajo Deborah, I would like to quickly say this because we have new subscribers every day. Some people might be wondering who is she, what is happening, and all that. Yes, sometime last year, I can't even remember. I don't keep details, but still, sometime last year, she have been part of us for a while, but we didn't know that she was passing through some health challenges. So I'm just gonna, brief in my submission. We didn't know that she was passing through some health challenges and all that until one of my admin brought the case to us here. So we now find out, we now get to understand that yes, if we don't step in, this lady here, she might lose her life. So we stepped in. Within 48 hours, we raised about over 10 million naira or so for her surgery and all that. So today, she's here to let you know that God have been so faithful that she's far doing well. She even says she can dance now. She can jump. She can do everything. It's a good thing. I'm very happy that I'm part of this. Part of this glory. I want to thank every one of you that donated for her at that time. God bless you all. We assigned some of our people here that have been monitoring how our hospital activities have been going on because I cannot do that myself. So yes, till now I've never placed a one call to Deborah by myself to like say hello, Deborah, where you have till now. I've not done that. I have people that is doing that. Madam Lagbenya actually reached out to me this morning. She's part of them. Mama Esho is part of them. So yeah, I want to say a big thank you to every one of you that participated in keeping her because let's be there for each other is very, very important. Although my platform is not a charitable platform, I don't want anybody now to not jump in now because you just say we raised over 10 million naira for this lady. Then you now come tomorrow now say that so plain pass on a zinc come pull come out. So we don't do that here. But still, yes. Deborah, God bless you. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. So I think we should let you go now, except you still have anything to say quickly before we let you go. We need to face politics right now. Okay, God bless you. Yes, my people, we are back again to politics. I appreciate people that always know how to appreciate people that were there for them. It's very, very important because when you appreciate people, people will always be there for you. So yeah, I want to appreciate every one of you that have been communicating, following up with the activities in the hospital and all that. Madam Langmian sent me the total bills and everything today, but I don't think it's important for me to showcase anything, but that's fine. We thank God for everything. Let's come back to Kenneth Okonkwo versus Peter Obi, because now a democracy now we want to talk about, but we don't know waiting can happen now. Why Kenneth have to come out at this particular time, to talk about Peter Obi at this time. But still, I'd like us to move on. Let me call on Madarita. Madarita, it's good to have you on the show. I would like you. Okay, hold on, Madarita. Just hold on. Deborah, do you still have anything to say? I can see you came back.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, my sister is here to show appreciation to all of you.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you very much, madam. Good evening to you.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Good morning, Niger World, everybody. I say hi to everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is Blessing, elder sisters to Deborah.
Oh, good.
Hello?
Go ahead, man. Talk to us. We are listening. Everybody's listening.
Okay, sir. I'm here to appreciate you as a family. We are grateful for all you do. Without you, we know that God, only God alone can reward you for all that you've done. As a family, I'm here to say thank you so much for all that you've done. May God bless you all. For all, in any one way or the other, financially, prayers. We appreciate you for all the prayers you've done as a family. We say, may God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. Okay. Thank you very much, Deborah. Thank you very much to your big sister. I will let you guys go now. Have a wonderful birthday, okay?
Thank you, sir.
All right then. Bye. Yeah. Okay. On that, I would like to appreciate every one of you who actually donated at that time. God bless you all. Mr. Jonathan, we can never forget you. Mr. Jonathan single-handedly raised about 3 million naira by himself at that time. I want to say I'm very, very grateful. When you have people that you can call, this is the reason why I've told you guys that to build your name. If you have a good name, when you cry out, people listen to you. If it was just Deborah that cried out, nobody would listen. That's just the truth. But the reason why people responded swiftly within 24 hours or 48 hours, 10 million naira were raised is because of me. Because people have checked my antecedents, my trace, my footsteps, that, no, we got to do this. On the platform as well, Nigeria Watch platform, you know what we do here. So that's it. So work so hard in life to have a good name is very, very important. It's more important than money. You don't know that. So I thank every one of you once again. Now God bless you now. Madam Rita, I better talk to us. You have 15 minutes in all we've presented today.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. Good afternoon. My lovely mommy diaspora. I love you very much. Lame, mom. And I see Madam Patricia. Good afternoon, ma. And Mr. Jonathan. Sorry about my voice. It's just the season. And greetings to everyone in the comment section as well. Mr. Elvis, when you played the video of Deborah, I was feeling kind of emotional.
It's okay. I understand. I understand. Just put yourself together, Madam Rita. Okay. Let me go on this quick 1 minute break for Madam Rita to put herself together. All right, guys. You see, for some of you that did not follow up this story, you might not understand. The best thing you can do in life is to play a positive impact in other people's lives. Yeah, normally, not in this life, me and you know, all this materialism that we pursue, want to have this, want to have that. God forbid, beneath the talk and say, do who you for. It means that the day of death, all your plans, your dreams, everything is gone, So seeing Deborah so beautiful, with her sister so beautiful, see the joy, happiness in their faces. This one was from all of us here. I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Madam Rita, please, you have the floor.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Elvis. Yes, it's good to show the other softer side of me. For people start saying that she's too Oh, she's too shy. I'm not a hard person, I'm just a very passionate person when it comes to doing the right thing. Yes, the reason why I was feeling kind of emotional, I'm just still thinking, is because life is very fickle, and if you have the opportunity to help someone, no matter how small, just to put a smile on someone's face, just do it. Don't even think twice. Just do it. Just do it. Looking at Deborah now is like, oh my goodness, this is completely different from the beautiful young lady we saw last time. She couldn't get up from the bed. She was not so vivacious as she is now, just because of good people. Good people like you, Mr. Elvis. Good people like Mr. Jonathan. I remember Mr. Jonathan said, whatever he gets, I will double it. There was no hesitation. We have a lot of good people out there praying for her, donating. People donated up to 5,000 naira, 1,000 naira. It was something. Just look at this vibrant, beautiful girl, beautiful young lady. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Elvis. Thank you, Mommy. Thank you. Thank you, Deborah's family, for supporting her, for standing by her. Thank you for Deborah's dad. Thank you. And Deborah, you are not a mistake. Happy birthday. Enjoy yourself. Be happy. Have a fabulous time. Be smiling all the time. You look gorgeous. And just keep doing what you're doing. Whatever it is that makes you happy, just keep doing it. Happy birthday. Enjoy yourself. I will give you a call later. Moving along to the real issues of Nigeria. Sorry, I'm having allergies, so my voice is kind of a bit husky. Mr. Elvis, I have 15 minutes, so in case some people are wondering, please let her talk quick. I have 15 minutes. I came here first, so I'm just putting out there, just reading some people's minds. I don't know if I should start with what Mr. Jonathan was saying, that because he's desperate. I don't think he's desperate. I don't think he's desperate. I have watched Kenneth Okonkwo's submissions prior to 2023 presidential elections, and even post-presidential elections. And I've kind of have my own judgment on his kind of personality so far. Because as they say, you never know somebody in entirety, until they do something. And, some people that we all know in Nigeria that have been standing on the mountain of so-called truth and justice, tomorrow they will tell you, I'm a politician, or, this is my decision. I don't care what anybody says, fine. But I am judging from the fact that listening to Kenneth Okonkwo pre and post 2023 presidential election, I see him, this is my judgment of his personality. I see him as a very, very conscientious person. And obviously he's a man of principle. And people like him, people who have principles, they suffer a lot. This is what they suffer from. People misunderstand them. People misconstrue their words and actions. People assume they are something that they are not. And that is where I would say I disagree with Mr. Jonathan when he said he's desperate. I don't see him as being desperate. I see him as a passionate man. When he believes in something, he puts his all and all. And I think he did well during the presidential election for Peter Obi. To some extent, post-election, he was also doing well. It was only the beginning of this year, I guess the cup was too full. He started giving us snippets on how he's not interested in being part of the Labour Party as long as Abure is there. And then the second part was that, looking at all these past speeches, and he's telling this story, it explains everything. And then this second part now of him saying that, that second part when he made that talk about, if Peter Obi is not ready and the rest, they should step aside. I remember that interview. So going by the history of all those interviews, this now is telling the whole story of why he kept coming out in those little snippets, different interviews. It explains everything that was happening behind the scenes. One thing I respect him for in this interview I'm talking about is the fact that he said everything I'm saying is not something that's secret. Everybody knows. And I'm sure he's referring to the people, the different factions of the Labour Party, or the people who are around Peter Obi, like Tanko, Yunusa. So that's why he said everybody's aware of this. The only thing he said, which I'm still saying I respect him for, compared to the other people who have betrayed Peter Obi, he said, whatever we have said in confidentiality, I will not speak it, I won't say it out, except if Peter Obi decides to come out now and speak about things that we've spoken in private. I respect him for that. And that's where my mind still rings to Chris Uwokobia. When it was Edo State election, Peter Obi and him were having a one-on-one discussion. Peter Obi did not send him to say, I don't know Olumide Akpata, I only know Aswe. What was all that for? So it means that the man cannot have a private conversation about his opinion, about one candidate or the other. So, when I hear a man speak, I say, okay, this man has some level of credibility. As far as I know, I cannot say he's perfect. I'm not perfect, but at least he has some level of credibility. And I am happy he stood by that. And I'm happy he declared that whatever he's saying is an open secret. It's not like it's a secret thing that's going on. Being that, as it may, what I see, he's coming out now. What I see here, I see things in several ways. I see that, obviously, like I said before, he's a man of principle. And I see that Kenneth Okonkwo, he was, I'm using the word was, because he has said he's not part of what Peter Obi is doing, as long as he's under Abure. He was very, very intentional in his support for Peter Obi and the obedient movement, showing his projections and his advice based on what he has said, what he was advising Peter Obi to do, his calculation, because really and truly, you can't know it all. There are people who are just political. Is like a gifted thing. They can predict the temperature of what's going to happen, because he had, with experience, it's not even, you can be very experienced, but you might not really know what next. There's some people that will just see certain behaviors or certain comments, they can predict, and they are to the T of what is going to happen politically. And I think Ken Okonkwo is one of those persons. It's not about how long you've been in politics or the temperature. No, I can be in politics for just 1 year, participating actively, but based on my own knowledge and natural skill, I can predict that this is what this person is going to do, and that's what's going to happen, compared to somebody who has been in politics for over 20 years. You understand what I'm saying? So I think, he's one of those kinds of people. And if Peter Obi loses a brilliant mind like this, a man who is advising because he is intentionally supporting you. He has never said, oh, I'm doing it to get this position or that position. I don't know if he has asked for position behind the scenes. I'm only judging him based on what he's saying, what he has said in the past. So it will be unfortunate if Peter Obi misses his younger brother, like you always say, in someone like Kenneth Okonkwo. They say they said a man will have so many children, but you might have one child that you feel that child is a black sheep. I don't even know why they use the word black sheep identifying anything that is bad. If you just have one child that is different, or seems to be stubborn, or seems to be opinionated, about certain things, it means that, and it's a continuous thing, it means that no one is listening to that child. So if Kenneth Okonkwo is coming continually to talk about what's going on in the Labour Party, to talk about Peter Obi's decisions, to talk about how Peter Obi is relaying with these people that don't really give a rat behind about Nigeria, but only themselves, it means that nobody's listening to Kenneth Okonkwo. And anybody listening to him is like, oh, why is this guy coming out all the time? That's why I say people like him are easily misunderstood. Sometimes they even misconstrue their words. That's why people are saying, why is he coming out? Does he want something? I beg, he should enter house. He should stop talking. Why is he coming out all the time? What is he for? Does he want something? Why can't he just stay behind the scenes? I mean, must he always come out? That is the interpretation. He's just a passionate person, and he wants the right thing to be done. In fact, the fact that he said they have to come together, putting every selfish interest aside, the coalition, and say, you know what, this is a Nigeria project, not regional project, not my brother project, not my sister project, but Nigeria project. If somebody who is talking like this, do you think that the opposition has bribed him and is advising and giving them advice like this? No, we can see the difference. The difference is clear with what Segun Showumi talks. The difference is there on how Showore talks. You know, the difference is clear. He wants these things to work. He wants the Nigerian project to work. And if it means that he's coming out in public so Peter Obi can see his mistakes and see what is outside the box that he cannot see because he has a lot of sycophants around him, trust me. Trust me. Every leader that people look up to, he has sycophants around him. Donald Trump of the United States, he has sycophants around him. And when you have sycophants around you, be very careful because you can be feeding on that sycophancy and then you not deflect from what your cause was. So if he's coming out like this, I don't care what the opposition is saying, what the APC are saying, or PDP are like, oh, they're not even balanced. Look at Okonkwo that is a speaker. He's coming out now talking against Peter Obi. They will twist and turn this. In fact, they will twist and turn this interview. Trust me, it is coming. It is coming. The likes of Daniel Bola, they will come and desecrate and lie and twist and turn every single word Kenneth Okonkwo has spoken today. And another thing too that I see in this interview is that he's showing the world, or rather he's showing Peter Obi that this is how people are now looking at you. This is how not just me, but others, that your benevolence is ruin, that is spoiling your political career, and your benevolence, and trust, it's not making your supporters look up to you like you are a leader that can stand and make decisions regardless of what the consequences is. People need to see that. People have trust in the man from Babylon because they have seen, it has been seen. I keep talking about this word, seen, S-E-E-N. When people see something, it is believable. When people see actions, they will follow you. That is the truth. They are seeing that the man from Babylon is desecrating the land and is doing what he wants to do, making the one-party system, intimidating people, using his handlers, and nothing is happening. They have seen it. They are seeing it. They trust it. And that is why these other people are deflecting to him, because they see that he's a leader that it is seen to do things and nobody goes against him. Very important. Now, mirror that with Peter Obi. When he talked about the convention, you are saying one thing, and then people are seeing that you're not going with your word. And we have somebody like Kenneth Okonkwo in the corner. That tiny voice is telling you, no, pick a side. Make a decision now. Make a decision now. Nigeria today does not require a benevolent leader when it comes to politics, especially if you are going for a vicious country like Nigeria. I keep talking about Nigerian is a benevolent dictator. I know the word dictator is not a likable word, but that's just the best way to describe the kind of leader that we need. I said it. I respect Peter Obi. I still support Peter Obi because I have seen the things that he has done. But however, and I've said it countless times, Peter Obi is not the one that will take us to Uhuru. He's not the one that will take us to where he's just a conduit. The person, I don't know. But Peter Obi is just the starting point. He's the starting engine. I know and I believe that person, whether they be in diaspora or anywhere in the four corners of Nigeria, that will change this mess that we are facing. But if Peter Obi wants to stay as the conduit, if Peter Obi wants to stay as the starter, he needs to change with the tides. What do I mean by change with the tides? Not corruption for sure. Peter Obi has to change in communication. Communication skills right now is different. Everybody's aware. Everybody has the internet. Everybody goes online. Everybody sees things. People need to see. S-E-E-N. I keep saying it. That is the name of the game now. People need to see that you're a fervent leader. You're an upright leader. You're the leader that speaks your word and stand by your word, regardless. Because if you're the person that stands by your word, be ready to suffer. Yes, I know Peter Obi is suffering a whole lot, personally and business-wise. He has said it. You know what people are doing to me? If I begin to tell you, yes, we know. Yes, we know. But the support that you have, Peter Obi, don't let it to wither off. And that's why, and that's what I think Kenneth Okonkwo is doing. Because another bad side of the interview, because we have to talk about the good and the bad side, in my own perspective, is that, it kind of makes it seem that Peter Obi is an indecisive person, because he made a reference to Alex Otti is more decisive. He said it. So he's making comparison with Alex Otti's leadership style, more of going forward, regardless of anything, regardless of my brother or benevolence. He's comparing that style, that Alex Otti is a very decisive leader, but Peter Obi isn't. It doesn't look good in the optics. It doesn't. And it kind of made it seem like, Peter Obi is not an honest person. Like, you tell me one thing, it's like you're sitting on the fence. What is that? What are you holding on to? Is somebody threatening you? Are you part of the ruling class? Do they have something, something that, that maybe applies to yourself or your business, or something that you're sitting on the fence? Why are you being overly too careful? You understand? So those kinds of things, make people suspicious, to start asking questions like what the other side have been saying since Peter Obi declared that he wanted to be president, under the Labour Party. They were saying, oh, he's just working on that Tinubu. Somebody has told me, and I've blocked that person for my life. I said, oh.
You have 1 minute left.
That was APC. 1 minute left. Wow.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's the other bad side. He said something which was really true. Peter Obi's behavior is kind of political convenience, not conviction. See, that talks about the kind of leader that you are. I think that's the downside of it, that he went kind of overboard, because still to today, Peter Obi is still the only better leader so far. He's still the only better leader compared to each and every one of them in a political position right now. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Rita. God bless you. Thanks for keeping to your time. I appreciate you. Before I call on Mr. Jonathan, I would like to quickly appreciate our grandma in America. She sent me some money yesterday on my paper. I just saw it now. Mama, if you are watching us, that is it. You sent me £50 yesterday, and you put a message there. Your grandma, diaspora, Felicia, thank you so much, Mommy. I appreciate you. Thank you. You guys remember our grandma that called into the show sometime. She's about 90 years now, I guess. She's very, very, our elderly mama. Thank you, Grandma. I appreciate you. In case you are watching, I want to say I'm very, very, very grateful. I just saw it like when Madarita was talking. I didn't notice that at all. I'm grateful, and you sent it about 23 hours ago. So that means it was yesterday on that particular broadcast. Anyway, I appreciate every one of you, my people. God bless you all. Let me call on Mr. Jonathan. Mr. Jonathan, thank you, sir, for your long wait, and good evening to you. You have 15 minutes.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. I greet you once again. Happy Friday to you. God bless you for the good work we are doing. I greet my fellow panelists, every one of you there. God bless you greatly. Mommy Diaspora, welcome. God bless you greatly. And all the commenters and all the callers. God bless you all greatly. You are welcome. And I want to wish Deborah, Ajo Deborah, happy birthday. Many, many happy returns. And God bless you. For me, the one area, let me say the area that I agree with Kenneth Okonkwo, because I disagree with him in many ways. One area where I agree with him, and I'll take one line from Madam Rita. Yes, Peter Obi is overly careful. That I agree with. He's being overly careful. And the only defense I have for that is, for him, he sees Labour Party as the only vehicle that is available. And I think that's a wrong way to go about it for him. I think it's wrong on that. Because he sees it as, first of all, of course, Kenneth Okonkwo again said it. There is no individual candidacy in Nigeria. you have to use a political party's platform. So knowing that and looking at the political terrain, to him, he sees Labour Party as the only vehicle available. So he's trying to salvage it again, and I think that is wrong. Seeing everything that has been transpiring since 2023 with the Abure gang, I think Mr. Peter Obi is wrong on that. There are ways you can't do that. And everything Kenneth Okonkwo said in terms of what happened, of course, I believed him. I believed him completely. I'm not saying that he's wrong. Yes, we saw it. He always come out from time to time to give us, a snippet of it and all the rest and what led to his decision. I believed him completely. The issue is this, where the problem I have with him is that Mr. Peter Obi is wrong on still staying put with Labour Party. What you will do then, knowing fully well that Labour Party is not the vehicle to use now, with the way things are, with the Abure gang, you got to find a way. What that way is, we'll come back to that later. But what Kenneth Okonkwo is proposing is not appropriate. It can't work because what you accuse or you are accusing Mr. Peter Obi for is what you are also actively advocating. You are accusing him, but you are advocating exactly the same thing. Sometimes we think and sometimes we overthink. And I think Mr. Kenneth Okonkwo, with all due respect, is in that category. I do that sometimes, but it is always good for a man. When you overthink, you quickly come back. Quickly come back and say, no, I'm taking it too far. And I think that is what is happening to him. What you are accusing Mr. Peter Obi of, that is working with Abure, people that have no character. Then Mr. Peter Obi cannot come back and claim that he has character anymore. You are saying that in one breath. In the same breath, you yourself, you want to coalesce with people that have no character. How Kenneth Okonkwo will square this? For someone like me and millions of Nigeria, I'm waiting. Mention the people you want to coalesce with. How you will continue, to talk of character. And then you want to go back to the same table and sit down with the likes of El-Rufai and Rotimi Amechi. And you will still come back to someone like myself, a Nigerian, active, and millions of Nigerians like me, and tell me that you have character? You have none. I think you are contradictory and misguided. Because in everything that you say, you fall short of mentioning specifically. You mentioned Mr. Peter Obi a million times. You mentioned some key names several times. Mention the people you want to coalesce with. Let's hear them. But I'm preempting you. You are talking of the likes of El-Rufai. You are talking of the likes of Rotimi Amechi. You are talking of the likes of Kwankwan. So these are the people that brought us to where we are. This is what we are fighting to avoid, that Nigeria must move forward. I think your position is faulty. Politicians who have brought us to where we are is the same people you want to coalesce with, and then you are talking of character. It's what you are accusing Mr. Peter Obi of. It's exactly what you are advocating. That is my issue with you. And that's the reason why I said there has to be a way. There has to be a way. Tell us those people. Because as far as you are concerned, you believe that you cannot do it. Yes, you can't do it alone politically. But in your own way, you believe that you can't do it also without people like El-Rufai and Rotimi Amechi, because these are the people you are talking about when you talk of coalition. If I'm wrong, I'm waiting for you in subsequent public appearance or appearances that you will mention them. And then we will know whether you are talking, how you will now be talking of character when you will sit down with somebody like El-Rufai and you will sit down with somebody like Rotimi Amechi, and then you're talking that you want to make Nigeria corrupt free. Not contradictory. Yes, Mr. Peter Obi is wrong in staying put with Abure, with the Abure gang. And I've said the reason why he's trying to do that. But that reason for me is still faulty. You can't stay with something that is bad and say, because there is no any other way, I will continue to stay with it. No, you can't do that. And I believe when Kenneth Okonkwo, everything is said. And I use only one example why I believed him, only one. Mr. Peter Obi came out about a year or a year plus ago, when they talk about mismanagement of money within the Labour Party, he called for an audit. See, today, Mr. Peter Obi, that commissioned the audit, has not come out to tell us what happened, which means that you are working with them. You are ganging up with the Abures. Yes, I use that alone as my own reason why I believe Kenneth Okonkwo. And again, that is faulty. You can't do that. For me, that is how I see it. And then the question now is, why now? Why is it that it is now that Kenneth Okonkwo deem it fit to come out and say this? He's desperate. No matter what, for me, he's desperate. He still want to work with Mr. Peter Obi. Kenneth Okonkwo cannot tell me today that he let them form the coalition side by side with El-Rufai and Amechi. These are the people. We're not babies here when it comes to politics in Nigeria. How Kenneth Okonkwo will differentiate himself from Bwala and Segun Showunmi by the time he starts sitting down and advocating for El-Rufai and being the spokesman for Rotimi Amechi? We will bring this video the way we brought the video of Bwala and Segun Showunmi. It will be in the same boat with them. There will be no difference. And how Kenneth Okonkwo, I don't think that he will. I still find it difficult. Because that is the picture we are going to see. You have to come out and be their spokesman. You have to come out and be the spokesman for El-Rufai somewhere, somewhat, somehow. Then you are doing exactly what people that you are already right now, that people that you are talking against, exactly what they are doing. You are setting yourself up, because that is the eventuality. That is the outcome. That is what is going to happen. We talk of coalition. If you talk of coalition of like-minded, then you can go for it. Mr. Peter Obi has said severally, that it's not ready for a transactional coalition. It's not ready for that. So and you still know in your heart of hearts that you will be better off if you are still advocating for Peter Obi than advocating for El-Rufai or Rotimi Amechi, or advocating for Atiku Abubakar. You know that you are better off and you need him. So this attempt is to come out publicly, and perhaps that will persuade or force Mr. Peter Obi to a coalition. That coalition will fail ab initio if Mr. Peter Obi joined the likes of El-Rufai, Rotimi Amechi. What character are you going to be talking about? What competence are you going to be talking about to somebody like myself? And I know there are Nigerians like me in Nigeria and in the diaspora your claim of character will fall. It is done. It's gone. Your claim of competence is gone. It's done. You can't talk about that again, because these are the people combined together amongst them, combined together. More than 40 years, they've had opportunity to rule, to govern Nigeria at one level or the other. This is where we are. And these are the people you now want to talk about. You want to be working about. You want to be, working with. So, I think Mr. Kenneth Okonkwo is, he has his, his right to say whatever he wants to say. But I think he should find a way to work with Mr. Peter Obi. And as I said earlier, he's overthinking. When you say somebody is overthinking, I think he's in that category. He's taking it out of line. So that's just my position, my thought on what is transpiring. And I've always said it. I don't know those that are advising Mr. Peter Obi politically. He needs people that will guide him very well, advise him properly. And I think Mr. Kenneth Okonkwo is among such person. He's a man of quality. He can do it. But you got to find that common ground. This is not the time to fight. I'll leave it there. And then with respect to Mr. Tinubu on Democracy Day, he was talking about the freedom of speech that people say. Well, you know what? Talk is cheap. You can say all you like. Let's see it in the actions going forward. Whether your bulldog will always be there to harass Nigerians, oppress Nigerians. Before Nigerians talk, they will lock them up. They will threaten them with arrest. We shall see. We're waiting. In the coming days, we will see. Because that is the trend in Nigeria. Even pastors threaten people that they will take them to, they will call police on them. They will take them to jail. See, that's the trend, because that is what is flowing from the top. So all those free talk, all those cheap talk, I don't take it as anything. Let's see it in the actions. So everything you said, that you are not interested, you are not interested in a one party state. Again, let's see it in the actions. Let's see it in the actions, not just the talk. The talk is cheap. Those are good talk. When you listen to the speech, if you don't know anything about Nigeria, or you know less or little about Nigeria, and you listen to Mr. Tinubu's speech, you will give a thumbs up. You will say, "Wow, this is a good president." All those stuff. Those are buttons. They press the right buttons, but those are all talk. Let's see it in the actions. And finally, let's take that plane crash that happened in India. What I take out of it, the last picture that was shown in that presentation, was the Prime Minister of India visiting the hospital, visiting the lone survivor of that plane crash. We cannot see that in our country. Hundreds of people, if not thousands of people, are dying every day. You never see our own president coming out openly. As Mr. Peter Obi said yesterday in his speech, governance by remote control. That's what they do. He will sit down in Abuja there. He will send somebody to Benue, send somebody to Plateau. No, that shouldn't be the case. I've never seen him since 2023, May 29, 2023. I've never seen.
All right, 30 seconds.
Yeah,
30 seconds.
Thank you. On the scene where Nigerians' lives have been impacted or Nigerians have lost, I've never seen the number one man of Nigeria on the scene commiserating with the families or with the community or with Nigerians in general. I've never seen it. It is governance by remote control. We must learn. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. I'll leave it there. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Jonathan. God bless you. I'm happy you referenced to the plane crash that happened in India. Sorry, guys. Yes, that the phrase talk on that as well, but in a different way. I'd like us to listen to this 1 minute long video. Maybe one or two person might contribute to it.
Priest, convener of the Free the Sheeple movement and leader of the Free Nation in Christ, I greet you and I bring glad tidings. So yesterday, the Air India plane incident happened and there was only one survivor. May the souls of the dearly departed rest in peace. Now some issues I have to address. A lot of people were saying, thank God, glory be to God. How do you thank God for one person surviving when 240 plus people died? Babies died. A beautiful family of 5, husband, wife, daughter, and 2 sons died. 1 over 240, is that pass or is that fail? What percentage is that, mathematicians in the house? The problem now is, which God do we thank? Because it cannot be the Christian or the Muslim God, because Mr. Ramesh was not a Christian or a Muslim. He was born and raised Hindu, and Hindus worship Shiva, Vishnu, Brahma, and Ganesh. So the question now is, why would a Christian God save a Hindu man and leave other Christians on the plane? Why would God save an old man and let babies and small pikin by? Just think about it. We cannot continue the foolish practices that our parents inherited from their parents. The time to ask questions is now.
All right. Thank you, my people. Because Mr. Jonathan reference to that, that's why I should bring that video in. I was actually keeping it for Sunday for us to talk about it. But still, I'd like us to move on to the next person on the panel, which is Madam Patricia. Madam Patricia, it's good to have you on the show. Good evening to you, ma'am. You have 8 minutes. Please talk to us.
Good evening, Mr. Elvis.
Thank you.
Good evening, Madam Rita. Thank you for your submission. Mr. Jonathan, good evening. Mommy Diaspora, good evening for all you do. Naija Watch family, wherever you are watching from, good morning, good afternoon. It's good to be here again. Please like and share, and also super chat Mr. Elvis. Deborah, congratulations on your birthday today. Thank God for your life. Thank God for using Naija Watch family to bring you back to life. Mr. Jonathan, thank you for being very instrumental in that, to that effect. May God bless everyone that has contributed to to her medical aid. Mr. Elvis, I don't want to sound like a prophet of doom, but you see, nobody love. I mean, the evil ones doesn't really love truth. Truth is bitter to the ears that, to those that have itchy ears that want to hear what you want, what they want you to see, not what is truth. Mr. Kenneth Koko finally has, exposed what was behind all his previous outing in the media. So I want to concur with him because, yes, if you really look at everything that has been transpiring, you can see an element of truth in how he narrated everything. We were here when Governor Edo State gubernatorial election, when I said no, that I'm against that act of Olumide suddenly just appearing from nowhere and becoming the flag bearer of the Labour Party for the gubernatorial election in Edo State. And I stood my ground and said no, it is wrong and it is wrong. I remember you, Mr. Ivy, saying that, oh, you wait to see whether Mr. Peter Obi go supporting. That's when you will know whether you will. But at the end, he did. But yet, you didn't really still come out to say, yes, you are supporting that, which I also want to appreciate you for being a man of truth. Because what is wrong is wrong. It doesn't matter who is doing it. If it's wrong, we should all learn not to support it. So, Kenneth Okonkwo, I can see him like a man of his word. Yes, I can see. After narrating every detail of what has transpired beyond what me and you know, I mean, he talks to Mr. Peter Obi. Me and you, we don't have access to Mr. Peter Obi. This is the person that has first contact to him. So anybody that's going to be arguing in this channel, arguing with your keyboard, I think you better think twice, because it's all about, for me, I've seen the whole game from the beginning, and hence I've stood my ground and say Obi is not ready. I've said it again and again, and I'm still saying it again. In fact, I even said that he was actually in cohort with these people. I said it. I didn't put water in my mouth to say it. Because you cannot tell me that you have this, majority of the people of Nigeria supporting you, and yet you could not consolidate in that support to make sure that, you actually stood for what you believed, that you can take Nigeria out of the woods and bring them to where they want to be. And again, Mr. We were happy when he said again now, he came out again with another one. Your vote must count. Your vote must, I'm laughing. I'm just laughing. I'm laughing myself. I'm just laughing aloud. How will your vote count? Is it today we have seen somebody that is just speaking, making, talking and no action? It's not today. Obi told us, if they come by water, they go. If not by air, they go face and by air. If not by land, if not fire, we will give them. If not anyhow they want, we will give. What came out of it? Did you see any action after that? Everybody was happy here, jumping and say, like, okay, now you want to do the thing. Now we want to see what you want to do. Make all of us kukuma just jump on the background go and make sure that we bring this Nigeria to where we want them to be. After he make all those boasting, anything come out of it? Now he come out now, they tell us, say, your vote will count. I should be celebrating. What is he doing? What is he doing to make my vote count? They are not, look, as we even stand now, we don't even know whether they can even register this their so-called coalition, what they call them, this coalition party they are trying to register. We are not even sure. I said it here from the beginning. Obi should go and register a party from the beginning, before even this book, we even have sense to even start to block all these things. People attack me. Yeah, nah, he's a good leader. He could do that. He would do that. Now we did so till today, not knowing that the same thing I was being antagonized here for is what Kenneth Okonkwo was facing in his own way. That's why he was coming out to bring to spill out, certain things and withdraw like that. But now he's brought the full picture. So those that have been arguing, go and argue with yourself. Because look, you have to learn, you have to see beyond, what is visible to the eyes. You have to look beyond it. You have to also be able to decode, sentences and intention beyond what the person is saying. If you are not backing your words with action, why should I follow you? Why should I? I will not follow you, because now action. You have to, you say faith without works is dead. Yes, faith without works is dead. And that's what we are saying in the Peter Obi. So I'll leave it here. Thank you, Mr. Elvis. Thanks.
All right. Thank you very much, Madam Patricia. God bless you. I appreciate you for your submission. Thank you. Okay. Let me call on Mr. Odowa. It's good to have you on the show, sir. Good evening to you. Please talk to us.
Good evening, Mr. Najawash.
Thank you, sir.
Happy Saturday. Happy weekend. Good evening, everyone, the panel. Good evening, Mommy Diaspora. Thank you, man. God bless you. Good evening, commenters, listeners, and viewers. You are all welcome. Thank you all. Auntie Deborah, happy birthday. More years to your year. The Lord guide and protect you. So, well, anyway, according to the title that the topic, that corruption is now increased in the time of Tinubu. In the parable, we said no kikiria or yase. So meaning that the person that become worst will now more than the first person that was worst. So when we are talking of corruption, as far as the people who have owned the government, who have they were say captured, who are hold Nigeria ransom, or who are hold Nigeria hostage, who are hold the people captive. This greedy element that we have in Nigeria that make all Nigeria today to lost their good reason, their good memory of reasoning, which all of them are now so greedy in whatever they are doing. Since they have not decided to leave the power, corruption will increase, because even the Nigeria that is coming after these people, like those Akpabio, and the governor from APC to PDP, PDP to APC, you will be in this party, you say you are supporting the other party. When all those kind of people become presidents, you see that the worst will happen more than the one we are seeing today. So that is why the Edo said, no kikiria or yase. Well, with the grace of our effort, because God have given us the grace, God have given us the ability, God have given us the... If we now have the grace of our effort and say enough is enough, if other country, we can compare other country and say, hey, this country, they are doing like this country, they are doing like this, the other country are doing... But we, Nigeria, we will use our mouth to see it, but we will not use our body to do the thing that those people are doing. We like comparison of mouth, but not of action. Or then we put that comparative of action and say enough is enough. Nigeria will continue worst and worst. So that is what I will say on whatever the topic says. Then for Okonkwo, where people say desperate, people say passions, people say everything. Your people are all correct because it's the same English. The expert is different way you pronounce it, but it's the same meaning. He's desperate to see Nigeria work. That's number one. But I don't really know his mind though, because I wish he's the one contesting. I will say he's desperate to people to recognize that he want to be the one contesting. So since he has not declared action of that, I will say he's desperate to see the Nigeria work. And he's desperate to work with integrity. Because while Peter Obi is careful to work with a platform, because Peter Obi is not ready to register a party. Because if Peter Obi is a person who is ready to register a party, I believe since I started this thing, before they go to Papa went to court, when he went to court, I said the only thing Peter Obi will do is you register party. You know, my people who understand British language or understand American language, they say no, Peter Obi must be the one to maintain Labour Party. I said a tenant has no right to tell landlord how he will use his house. So the only thing you will do is to go and build your whole house. So if that Peter Obi have registered party since then, this coalition, collate that, Peter Obi will have collated the Nigerians, the youth, the vibrant Nigerians who are willing to work. Just like as he said, let us hold the National Assembly, let us hold this one. You will look for such people with such dignities and make them to come out in the party. If people can use Labour Party to win, people that were criminal, who were not even ready for a change of Nigeria in the name of Peter Obi, then why can't you bring out a party that will enable the real Nigerians who want to see things work come into that party and also won whatever position they want to fight for? But Peter Obi is securing a Abure party as Labour Party. No, you cannot secure that people's party. You can only make your house beautiful the way you want it. So it's not too late. I'm still saying it's not too late. Say coalition, yes, you form a party, people will coalesce with you, but you are the one collating with it. Peter Obi stand on the fence because me, I'm not even seeing Peter Obi actions as a person who want to become the president. I will not lie to you, because that is why you see Sowore, we talk, people will against Sowore. No, you wanted to arrest Peter Obi, you wanted to do this one. My brother, if they will arrest Peter Obi, why are they not arresting Atiku? Why are they not arresting other people? It is if you can be using all these things, you can now come out to interview and talk. Then why can't you use that passion and said, Shehu Sani, let us meet. Dere Farotimi, let us meet. Baba our great lawyer, let us meet. Then our son from Edo State, let us meet. This person in the debt from data, this from Bayelsa. You bring all these people together, you come in a form, in a large form, and make a meeting. Take decisive decisions that will make everybody believe that you want to become the president. But this one you are doing, our vote must count. It's not that the way the vote used to count. These people that we shout along with you today, when you give them 5 naira tomorrow, they will change their mind. So the only solution is your action now that we display it before people. It's not to go and cut borehole in the Sokoto. Okay, what of the security in my place? Why did you not come and talk about the security in my place? If you do things, bring people, let us be seen meeting upon meeting, coalition of Nigerians, not coalition of article, this thing and that. No, the coalition of Nigeria. We have people from Benue. What is our brother's name? This lawyer, that VDM lawyer. Please, can someone remember me the name? Hello?
Deji.
Deji. Yes. Deji is there. Those one can still galvanize people from Benue State, from Kogi State, wherever state there. Even this our sister Natasha that is PDP, so we can even convert half from that PDP to this new party. Because since they suspend her, did PDP talk anything in a bar? No. But if it is a party that is really what of Nigeria, I believe the Senate will not even have. If they suspend her, will have pack all the Kogi to that place, or their state to that place, since they don't have senator. Then all of them will become the senator of themselves. So by these things, Peter Obi refused. And it's just, no, my brother, Peter Obi, if you want us to believe that, take the action, let us be seeing the action. Because those that are talking this, action speak louder than voice. So the action will demonstrate. Okonkwo say he betrayed him. Where Okonkwo, he did not betray you. It is his way of life.
You have 30 seconds.
Okay, thank you. Everybody has way of the way they do things. The way you do things might not be the way I do things. So Okonkwo, just take it. It's an experience of life, and it's a school which you need to pass through. Thank you, Mr. Najawash. Thank you very much.
God bless you, sir. Mr. Odowa, it's good to hear your submission on this today. I understand yesterday was a big disappointment. Many of you could not join the panel. Yeah, StreamYard is back again. Okay, the last person on the panel, so we can round up. Mr. Abdul Malik, it's good to have you on the show, sir. Good evening to you. You have 8 minutes.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Niger Watch. Good evening, everybody in the panel. Good evening, Nigeria. Happy birthday, Deborah, Mrs. Deborah. And thank God for your healthy life. That is more important. You see, Mr. Nigeria, day for yesterday, I was on camera, but it's like it was not there. You know, I always abide with the rules, understand? It's like it was not
Yeah.
there on my camera, yeah. Yeah, that one is
Oh, okay.
past. Yeah,
Maybe
you
they
know,
tell
I
you
always,
all the time. There. Yes, you're
yeah,
right.
it's like something like that. Because I'm not,
Thank you, sir.
I always abide with the rules.
But the
You
time
see,
I started talking, in case I call you like that, you quickly turn it on. You know I'm here. But when I called you more than 2 times, I said, Mr. Abdul Malik, on your camera now, or you remain the backstage. Then you turn it on. Then did you hear me when I said that?
when you said that, I was far from my phone. But
And so when you turn
it's
on your camera,
when Two Nigeria was talking, the camera was on, but I just left there to go and do
okay,
something. I heard what he said.
when you,
Yeah.
what I'm
No, it's
saying, sir,
past. It's past
turn it
already.
on hold on now. Ah, when you turn on your camera, I was not there. When I call you, you were not there. You see, 1+1, 2. You see now? Thank you, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's past. Thank you. You see, this Okonkwo, I listened to him this afternoon. There is something I just observed from his talk, because you see, when something come up like this, everybody have your opinion, understand? You have the way you will view it, not the way you view it, another person view it. What I see there is like, he's calling that Peter Obi is a betrayer, something like that. It's like when Peter Obi come out, it's not what he do in the back, he will present in the front. Yeah, which is me, I will not judge for now, because when something like this happen, you will hear from the complainer and the accuser. That is how you judge. You will not use one mouth to judge. For me, that is the way I view the issue, because all what he said, I will not tell you it's true or it's lie. It's for me just to know if really Peter Obi will say something about this. Yeah, because I see no reason why you will call somebody is a betrayer. Betrayer is like it's very deep something. When you call somebody is a betrayer, it's not the way you look at it. Because when somebody betrays, like you can do something else. Yes. How can somebody that we look after, you say it's a betrayer, something like that? For me, it looks somehow for my ear. You see this Tinubu issue when he was addressing June 12, which is yesterday, right? When he was addressing Nigeria, all those House of Rep, all those people, it's like they don't know what they are doing. Instead of they recite a national item, they will know they are calling on your mandate we shall stand. Those people, are they okay? It's like the country, they just take the country like joke. They are not serious in that place. Okay, you are preaching about democracy, right? And that governor, Bayelsa State governor, all what he said is true. Governor Dixon, he said something, it's true. You are preaching about democracy, but part of the country, there is military are running there. Why are you practicing democracy then? Or you are just saying it, you are not practicing it. You are just saying it so that people will say you say something. Why can't you do something about that River State? This is almost 3 to 4 months, right? Till now, it's unconstitutional. You cannot unseat elected governor, but till now, even the House of Rep, the judiciary, that we open, but now there is nothing. Natasha is still on suspension. How many months? Akpabi is still there. Is still president of Senate president. They are just joking. They don't know what they are doing there. From job, because of Nigeria citizens, they are not serious. They are not aware of anything. That is a major issue. They don't know they are left or right. Those people, they are there to govern you. They are not there for themselves. No matter what they have today, you make them be that position. Yes, it's your money. It's not their money. They are just there to steal. How can you, a country like Nigeria, the citizens cannot benefit anything from you? Look at what you elevate in the ICC, government centers when Babangida was built, how many millions, right? But now they elevate it and they name after his name. The same thing they do May 2024, May 29, after 1 year, they elevate 10 Maryland Bridge. And all those things that military have done before, they are past glory, they are just elevating it and name after them. Tell me, since civilians have started ruling Nigeria 2000, what have they done? There is nothing. It's like they are living the past glory of military. That is what they are living on. And civilian, but we say we are in civilian regime, right? But there is nothing they can show just to steal money, borrowing money. Now you say that the economy is stable. How? How the economy is stable? You say the naira is stable. How? Why naira today we go down, we go up? Dollar to naira. If we go down today, we go. What is the stable? When it is stable, we dey constant. We not go down, we not go up. But now you say it's stable. How is stable? They are just there deceiving people. They cannot deceive somebody like me because all what they are doing, I don't even see light there. Because APC, there is nothing good will come out from those people.
All right, Abdul Malik, thank you, sir. God bless you. I appreciate every one of you, my people. Every one of the panel have given their submission. We're going to have our final submission to 2 minutes now so we can round up. I appreciate you all right there. Please press on the like, help us to share. I'd like us to go back to Mandarita again. Mandarita, thank you so much. I'd like you to give us your final submission, 2 minutes. Thank you, man. Okay, Mandarita, you're not there. Mr. Jonathan, if you are there, please, your final submission, 2 minutes, man.
Okay, Mr. Elvis. Yeah, let me say
Sorry,
this.
sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
Mr. Elvis, thank you very much. I have 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Okay. Final submission. I'm going to talk about the man from Babylon speech. It's just only on words. There's no action. You know, that's talk about free speech, democracy. You know, I would not allow a one single party system. All that is bragadash. We all know that. So, if in fact, what's his name? Bayelsa State Governor. He just said it all in regards to the democracy day. It's a slap on democracy on what he's doing. Rivers State is a typical example. Everything that he's saying is the opposite of the reality of what we are saying. So you see, that man is just a fraud. He is a fraud. So please, nobody should take anything serious, you know, about what the man from Babylon is saying. And you can see how those grown men in the National Assembly, how they were all gloating. They were all gloating on him. I was like, what's all this psychopathy for clapping when there's nothing to clap for? Many of them, their states are not even secured. Many of them there. I could sense, even watching from TV, you could sense that there's some sort of tension when he was speaking. You could sense it in the entire room. And that tension has got nothing to do with being partisan at all. You could sense the tension that many of them were not happy. Many of them have been forced to go to the bad side because their hands were not clean. Many of them know that what this man is saying is a blatant lie. It's a white lie, a very big white lie. So what? So in other words, they're all deceiving themselves, including the man from Babylon speaking. He's deceiving himself if he feels that in 2027 he will win. Even if I'm not interested in, you know, supporting anybody in 2027, knowing the judiciary, you know, the INEC is all under APC, you know. But however, I'm still kind of believing that this man will be kicked out disgracefully. So they're all deceiving themselves, both the speaker and the listeners in the National Assembly. They're all fooling and deceiving their old self, their old wicked satanic self, all of them there. So what's all that sacrificing for? Mr. Elvis, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I just really wanted to really ponder on this Kenneth Okonkwo speech. Any that team man from Bodilon says is irrelevant to me. Personally, I don't like listening to that man because everything that comes out is a lie. Personally, thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. God bless you, sir. And Debbie, happy birthday again, Deborah.
All right, moderator, and God bless you, man. Thank you for joining us today. I appreciate you. Mr. Jonathan, you have the floor, sir.
Yeah, Mr. Elvis, thank you. Thank you once again. Let me just quickly say this, Mr. Odua, thank you very much. That was the word I was looking for when I made my earlier submission. What we need is a coalition of Nigerians. That's what is needed. The coalition of Nigerians. And that is very key. And we must be shouting that. And I take note of that, and I will emphasize it going forward. Not coalition of ruiners and characterless people that have no character, all in the name of taking out the ruling government. Then you have to go and have coalition with characterless people. We will end up where we are again. You don't need a soothsayer. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to know that is what is going to happen. That is what is going to happen. So what we need is coalition of Nigerians. Because at the end of the day, it is Nigerians that will decide. It is not some few politicians. That is why someone like Showore will continue to say all day long, all year long, forever, Nigerian politicians are the same, and that is why he cannot work with them. Rightly so. He's correct to a very large extent. They're all the same. They will put themselves together again. Coalitions of what I call ruiners and characterless people, just because you want to take out the ruling government. Forget it. What we need is coalition of Nigerians. When Nigerians will come from every nook and cranny, from the length and breadth of Nigeria, bring Nigerians together, working people, rural people, professionals, bring them all together. Let them come together here and there. They will see the power of the people emerging right in front of them. That is what we need, because Nigerian politicians still believe, see the problem, they still believe that you only need like 2 or 3 or 4 people to form a party. There are some 2 or 3 or 4 people that, no, we have to, that is a wrong concept. It is Nigerians. And it is Nigerians that will take their country back, not 2 or 3 or 4 individuals. This idea of structure. It is Nigerians that will form the structure. It is Nigerians that will form the army of coalition, the army that will defend the votes. It is Nigerians that will do that. So what we need is the coalition of Nigerians. And I think that is what Mr. Peter Obi should do. The idea that he will still stick with Labour Party, still finding a way to work with the crooked Abure, is wrong. And the reason he's doing that is because there is no way to go. You cannot do it alone because you can't run individually. Then form a coalition of Nigerians. Yes, you can do that. That is what is needed. And you can always find a room. I can still say, at least, even if you don't want to form a political party directly, they are doing it. Oh, I will say this now. They are doing it on the side, on the background. It's going on. INEC is frustrating them. They are making an attempt to form political party. INEC is frustrating them. They are not making. INEC is making sure that it's not going to happen. The process of forming a new political party. But I still believe that there are at least 1 or 2 parties, political parties, that they can still, Mr. Peter Obi can still sit down with. Yes. And I will not just say it and go away. I will mention one. The Young People's Party is one of them. Ado Ibrahim, who is the leader of that party, is a like-minded man. Is the kind of man that Mr. Peter Obi can sit with and at least find out, send his people, do some work on that one. That party is still there. And then bring the coalition of Nigerians into that party. Let them, they will troop to that party. Ado Ibrahim is a man that you can still talk, you can still sit down and talk with. It's not directionless. It's not a man that doesn't have brain. It's not self-centered. I don't know him fully, but from what I've heard and of him, his interviews that I've heard, the manifesto of the party, resume that I've read and all the rest of it, what he has done. There are people there.
Thank you.
So those are the things. Those are the kind of advice Kenneth Okonkwo should be giving to Mr. Peter Obi, not just to completely, outrightly run to these ruiners and characterless people. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. I appreciate it.
Mr. Jonathan, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Mr. Odowa, please, your final submission. 2 minutes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Elvis, you don't jump me.
Oh, no verse, Mama. Okay, Mr. Odowa, better hold on, Mama talk. And about 2 minutes. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. No, it's clear that the Tinubu speech, he wasn't honest, as to what he was saying about not under his watch that one party state will exist. But everything that has been transpiring since they started the campaign early this year now is giving indication that is where he's taking Nigeria, because last time I remember that he told them to sweep them clean. So they should sweep them clean. If they want to come, they should sweep them clean. So in coming about to say no, that this is not he wants criticism, he wants opposition voices and all these things. They are just his statement is neither here nor there, okay? Because his actions are louder than his voices. The things we can see, they are more explainable, than what he is trying to tell us. So one party state is what Nigeria is setting up for, the way I'm seeing it, and I believe many others are also seeing the same. If he's really a chief of democracy, he's not the one that enacted the what they call it, the emergency law rule in River State. Nothing was mentioned in the Democracy Day, which was yesterday. So even though that was illegal, for him to do, and yet he's claiming he is the champion of democracy, but his action speaks otherwise. So that's the Nigeria that we see today. That most leaders or whatever they call themselves, they are not true to their words. So they are only deceivers, and they are being deceived as well. That's where I will leave it. Thank you, Mr. Elvis. Good night, everybody.
Thank you, Mother Patricia. God bless you, man. Thank you. Mr. Odowa, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Well, I don't have much to say than to let people to say that there is no democracy in Nigeria, not to talk of having a day, because it is something that exists. Then you cannot say, okay, today is what we know for it. The one we have is not a democracy. It's double crisis and devil crazy. So whatever they are way to do is just a way of eating Nigeria money again. So that is it. Because a person who said he's constructing road from Lagos to Port Harcourt, the road has not even get to Ore. They said they want to commission it. But if I were to be a president, I will arrest the contractor, the also minister of the road of the housing, and the person who commissioned that. We arrest all of them because the road must complete before you commission. Since it's not 30-kilometer road, it's from this thing to this thing. So that is number one. Then number two, democracy. The man that is proclaiming democracy, he claimed emergency in another state. Take over democracy. What kind of democracy is that he's proclaiming? So those are the things. Please, make I speak the English when I sabi. I make Mona help us tell Peter Obi, say if he ready, because now the time tell the talker. If he ready, those one when they do those kind of interview, hey, don't talk for CNN, don't talk for this one. Me, I not know those one. Yeah, don't go for state, go do borehole. Don't be those one we need. Make he put right people together. Alesoti can still also come to this team, come to the party. Put them together, let them hold a meeting. Call different good people from different states. At least if we cannot have the 36 states completely, but at least can have up to 10 to of different the region. We have north, we have south, we have central. We have one. Even if you pick one out of this state and then hold a strong meeting, and then we know what to do. So not this one that no, whether high court or federal court or whatever court that says Labour Party, it should not be putting in that Labour Party. Call people together between, they will have their own party, then it's good to go. And the people we still need in House of Assembly or senators supposed to be lawyers and judges, because the reason people say no, anybody can go and make law. No, it's not everybody could go and make law, because you not make a law, then the person who said he read law will not come and be interpreting what he did not make. You that is making law is making it for your benefit. So the person that read law is supposed to go there and make the law that the way is so that when he's reading it, nobody can turn it upside down. So those are the things I will beg all Nigerians. If you are really lawyer, you are judges, you need the goodness of the Nigeria, come and contest in either House of Assembly or representative. Because you see the reason that Natasha is different, because she's a lawyer. The rest of them that is pushover, wheelbarrow pusher, so you see all of them quiet. So thank you, Mr. Nanjawash. Thank everyone who will have interest of Nigeria. Good heart. Thank you. Come, we will support you. Thank you.
Thank everyone that have good interest of Nigeria. I like that, Mr. Dua. Yes. Not the satanic ones. You don't thank the satanic people. Thank you. All right, Abdul Malik, final, sir.
Yeah, good evening once again, Mr. Elvis. My first submission is like I right-click my phone. I don't know why I kick out. You see, as I was saying,
I thought you were done. Okay, all right.
No. I right-click my phone. No worry, it's okay. You see, as I was saying, you see this government. I have never seen this kind before in my life. 2 years ahead, you guys are started campaigning ahead. Imagine. You know that you have not done well. That's why you started campaigning, because you already know that Nigeria, they will not vote for you anymore. I see no reason why there is something that is important to fix in the country. Look at last time, a woman with pregnancy, just because of deposit 500,000 naira, the woman lost her life with baby. Imagine a government, they don't have hospital for their citizens to have bed. They are using candle to have bed in a government hospital. You guys don't debate about that. Insecurity everywhere, you don't debate about that. Or you are debating how to campaign ahead. What type of country is this? Just because the citizens are not serious to make the country better for themselves. Peter Obi will not tell you to go to street. You are the one that volunteered to vote for him, right? Volunteer to do something that will make you better in the country. It's not he will tell you to go to street. You rally around 1 million march everywhere in the country, right? Why can't you rally around 1 million march to peaceful protest? They have a long way to go unless they fix themselves in their country. Because the government, they don't want anything good for them. Imagine everybody is dying every day, one day. Look at video and show. People are oppressing people just because of their imposition. You don't want people to breathe. Imagine all those government people. Are they going to govern? They don't govern country like this. Other country made their citizens better, but you guys are just suffering your citizens every day. People are going to another man's country to go and start life there. Is it good? And we have population. There is advantage, human resources, but you don't make use of your people. We need good people to govern us because those people, they are not yet serious. That's the problem we have. Nigeria, everything we have everything in Nigeria, but the people are the leaders. They are the problem of the country. Not me and you, the leader, the politician, they are the criminals. Yeah, unless we change those people, we get that right. That is where the country will be better. We don't have light, we don't have road. What are we going to boast for? Nothing. They say we are giant. Giant of what? Thank you very much, Mr. Niger Watch.
We used to be giant of Africa, my brother. That's what they say we'll be before now. All right. I appreciate you all, my people. We've come to the end of this broadcast. I want to appreciate every one of you that came in today. We didn't receive any call today, just my wonderful panelists. I want to appreciate moderator, Mr. Jonathan, Mr. Patricia, Mr. Oduwa, and my brother Abdul Malik. God bless you all for coming in to put your voice to this one today. We're contemplating yesterday over Saturday or Sunday. For now, the contemplation is still going on. Yes, looking forward to having a day off. But those days off have to be on between Saturday and Sunday or both of them. But we'll let you guys know. But for now, if we have to come out on Saturday or Sunday, 7 p.m. is still the normal time. But my wish is not to stay long here. If I can even do 30 minutes, I don't run, I don't take off. I don't take off with that. So anyhow, let's continue to put in our effort to see how Nigeria can be better in our time. That's what we're doing here. Calling out our government to do the right thing. We're not here to fight anybody. We're not fighting anybody. We are just analyzing the situation of our country. Between you and I, nothing is working right now in Nigeria. All this one that our leaders are saying, they are just deceiving us. So, like Tinubu said yesterday, that the Naira have been stabilized. How? I can't go check. How this did stabilize? No. I mean, I saw also rock, now they stabilize them. All right, I have a last call. Good evening to you, sir. Please quickly talk to us. We are rounding up. 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes, sir. 2 minutes. Thank you, sir. Amen, sir.
Yes, God bless you. I greet your mother.
Thank you,
I know there's no time there, but please permit me. I just felt like talking to you just for a moment. Yeah, I've had Mr. Jonathan, I had Ms. Rita on what they said. I want to talk on Peter Obi and this fellow was his name, Okonkwo, Kenneth. Yeah, Kenneth is talking really. It makes sense. But the point is, and then let me go first to Oraka. Oraka was saying yes that Mr. Obi should stop the smiling, make some face, make face, show that you are tough. In other words, even though I'll call you a young man based on your age to mine, but I'm sure you've been exposed to different people. That your way of doing things is not the way of my being.
Yes, sir.
Nigerians are saying, Obi just wants to get into a place where it is easy for him and just get a free ride and walk past. And that's why Obi is trying to hang around Labour Party, see how he can build it. Who knows what he's been telling Mr. Abure? Abure is I don't know the language to use in that place. If Abure can only realize that if Obi leaves that place, Labour is not all the buying ticket for position and this and that. He's not going to make any money. He should please allow Labour Party step aside, join the other group, let them team up. A coalition cannot help anything in Nigeria. We are not looking for coalition with anybody and people like El-Rufai and Co. Let them allow Obi, and those who are willing to bring Labour Party on his foot, get Abure on one side, and then they can now achieve the purpose. Talk to those who are willing. Obi did not gain the popularity through coalition before. And I am sure with that same Labour Party, if we doing it well, sorry then.
Okay. No, round up, sir, round up.
Okay, they should allow him, get these people together, they support him with their own idea. No one man is an island. No matter how wise and intelligent you are, you need supporters who are of like mind. McKinney should not just take that to people, swallow everything in one blind look and say, just like Mr. Jonathan said. He is calling those people he is going into coalition with. Who are they? Are they better than Abure? Abure is one man with his group. Can your people gather them and plead with them to please allow the Labour Party to work? And then Obi can stand on that same Labour Party, gather people, and you will see whether the support will not be more than it was in 2023. Let me stop here so I don't take too much of your time. I will say more. God bless you and bless you and bless you again.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. God bless you. Yes, sir. At least we got a call today. But nevertheless, the only thing we will not get today might be nobody bought me a coffee today. Tomorrow is another day. I want to appreciate every one of you right there on the comment section. Mother for Mommy Diaspora, thank you very much, Mommy. I appreciate you always. Thank you, Abo Azi. God bless you. Thanks for all that you do. Thank you, Debzi. Once again, happy birthday to you. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your day. I appreciate every one of you right there, Best Months. God bless you, sir. Love Maduka. Thank you very much, ma. Peggy Modi. Thank you very much, ma. Black Panther, my brother. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you, everyone right there. We have more people saying girl met there. Thank you very much, sir. And Uyi Desmond, thank you. Michael Abba, thank you. Everyone, I appreciate you all. I think it's time for us to round up right now. And I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Fingers crossed, 7 p.m. Nigerian time. So we can continue from where we stop. Endeavor to press on the like and help us to share. And always look out for our pre-recorded videos during the day so that you don't miss out. I appreciate you all, my people. Allow us to end the show right now, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow.
Mr. Ninja Watch.
Yes, sir.
Please, can you allow me to ask you a question?
Yes, quickly. I'm ready.
There's something I want to ask you because this thing always comes to my mind. And if something is coming to my mind like that, I know there is something somewhere. I hope for the good. What about Mr. Chris?
He's fine.
Okay, I hope so because I pray. Thank you very much.
Yeah, he's fine. Thank you very much, sir, please, for your care. God bless you. I appreciate every one of you. Like I said just now, we need to round up right now. Good night. Bye for now.
That's right.
Cut
Oh,